The star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the pan. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying round the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, blue jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these other sports podcasts live as a pro's corpse. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the boys ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season to people starting five. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat speak. I got what you need.
What up? We got what you need. Starting Five podcast on here. Another beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's not slavery hot. It's not mildly cool. It's just right today. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Starting Five. Of course, I got the conglomerate with me today. I think JG is going to join us in a few minutes. Lispa, the mayor. What's all good, gentlemen? How's your week been? How's the weekend been? What's good? What's it looking like? For me, real quick, week was hectic because I'm tired of people, these grown-ass adults, fumbling the most basic shit. Bro, I'm at my point. I'm this close to being violent. It's really getting there. It's really getting there. I really want to smack the shit out of somebody. Wake up, read. Reading comprehension is gone amongst the young and the old. These motherfuckers can't read no more. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, it's a problem. And I ain't got time for it anymore. I'm old. And I ain't got the patience. My patience level is 0. We about to dive into the negatives. You don't want to see that, TJ. It's not a good guy. Besides that, though, great weekend, Went to see some more last night, Friday night at the comedy club. She's still killing it. She is still killing it. I didn't know she was like 4'11", though. Chick is short. She is short. But she killed it. She did. She had a really great set. A lot of black folks turned out. Some white folks sprinkled in there in between. But it was a good weekend. I should have went out last night, but I just need a day or two to myself. I just been a man running. So I got high as a kite yesterday, and I'm a little saucy right now. So we're going to entertain some spicy discussions today. For all that being said, I'm going to shut the fuck up and let Ty speak because I've been rambling too long.
This week was good for me. I dropped some more. I dropped something in the bag of maybe promotion or maybe hate. I don't know which bag I put it in, but I dropped something in the bag this week because I've been trying to get to a superintendent's position. And this week we had a machine that was broke that we sent in for repairs, and we rented a machine. So I told the guy, rent the machine our machine came back on Monday, but I said, listen, just keep the rental for the rest of the week. And I was told, this is why you're not superintendent material. I was told that rental costs a couple of thousands of dollars per week to rent, and the company needs that money. I was told that was stupid. So on Monday, we hooked up our machine that came back from repair. And by the time we got our machine in position to do the work, the truck was here to pick the rental up. Like, they got that rental out of there within 5 minutes of bringing our machine in. And I thought it was a bad idea. I said, don't do it. And About 20 minutes after the rental was going, our machine broke down. And needless to say, our machine been broke for the whole week, and we couldn't get the rental back. So, yeah.
You should have wore a T-shirt the next day that said, "I told you so."
Well, but I went back and I'm like, well, look how much money it costs you now. You got all these power drivers here and all these people here doing nothing for an entire week. You got no production. Yeah,
cost you more.
So I don't know if I put a coin in the well for me as far as like showing them that I am in like superintendent material, or if I put a coin in the well to make them hate me even more.
Man, at least keep it an extra day to make sure the machine works coming back from repair. You got to at least keep it a day. Another day wouldn't have killed nobody.
Well, they was, look, that thing was going in 5 minutes, and I was just like, I don't know about that. But now the guy was very upset when I came back and I said, see what I told you? So I don't know if that I told you so was like a drop and a half for me to say I'm moving up, or I told you so was a drop and a half
just like
for me
this to him without doing it.
that I told you so you hit him with was him in return saying "fuck you, nigga." That's what that was.
Other than that, I saw Superman, and I surprisingly enjoyed that. But also, I went to this round, I think it's called Round Table or something, where these women tell jokes and they try not to laugh. It was a big thing on TikTok.
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
My wife ended up getting tickets to that thing, right? Now, I saw them on TikTok a bunch of times, and I was just like, whatever, they just telling dad jokes and it's some corny shit. But I wanted to go see them live, and bro, it's a real vibe, bro. Like, these women are out here. They not even promoting themselves. They're doing it all themselves. They said that they self-financed the whole situation, and they're on a little small tour, and they're all colored women, and they're all. And you can see they have a camaraderie and a friendship, dude. It was real good to see that.
Nigga, wow.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed that show last night. Like,
and he fine as fuck too, Ty. You left that out.
Well, I can't. I was with the old lady. So calm down. I'm gonna look.
But hold up, though. Hold up. They weren't women of color. They were colored women. As you should.
Well,
they were colored women, according to you. Man, listen, they are dope as hell though. Shouts out, Ange got the most infectious fucking laugh. Like her laugh.
Oh my god, she start laughing, then you can't stop.
It's a rap. It's a rap. And then JoJo.
Who's the gay chick be telling the wildest jokes though, bro? The lesbian chick?
Half of them are.
Yeah.
And you're talking to the dark-skinned girl with the round face.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name, but yeah.
They mad funny, man.
The third joint was like the host, and she was doing like stand-up and stuff before the show started. And I mean, she got a stand-up career alone if she really wanted to go that route.
Really?
For real. Oh man, she had me cracking the fuck up. I'm telling you. But I didn't appreciate it when I saw it online, but seeing it live.
Nah, that shit was mad funny, bro.
That was some good work.
They were trying to get each other to laugh so hard, and they would just say some wild shit on you know what kills them is the ad lib after the joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah,
it's the ad lib after the joke.
So my weekend was very enjoyable. Oh, what's up with you, dog?
I'm chilling, man. I realized that I just got more proof that I'm getting up there in age, man. I tried to stay out last night with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Came back, had a couple of drinks. They backed out the Kennedy Fried Chicken. My stomach has been banged up for the last 12 hours.
What do you mean they backed out? What do you mean they backed out?
Kennedy Fried Chicken, is, oh my god,
it's a lifesaver.
I thought it was like, it's too late, man. I had to eat it. It was either eat that or just starve from 10:30.
No, that's never the right answer. You gotta feed alcohol, bro. It's never the right answer. You gotta feed alcohol, man. Even if you don't want to, you gotta put something down.
And Kennedy is the saltiest shit in the world.
Word.
Sometimes that shit be hitting.
Yeah, and then well, you
It's
dealing with
hitting right now, he said. He said it's still
the
it's
hitting.
hitting me right now.
gymnastics and shit. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with the gymnastics of the gut, sir.
Jesus. But yo, I
You,
did see Superman. I did see Superman too. Yeah, it's what I expected. So I mean, I can't wait for Fantastic Four, man. That's really what I'm. That's really
you
what
know
I'm
what?
waiting
My
for.
daughter's really looking forward to that movie, man. She's really looking forward to
Yeah,
that movie. That's going to. They're saying this is I guess this is going to be the table setter for the new MCU.
yeah.
So I don't know. They got good
Well,
actors in it this time. So
yeah, right. I don't know if you saw the post credit scene in Thunderbolts, but yeah, they pretty
set it
much
up,
tied it
right?
in already. You know.
So speaking of this, because you got the incels with the backlash because Silver Surfer's a woman and shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like,
God.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Ty.
Well, let me explain. This is what drives me crazy is that the people don't understand what half of the time people don't know what they're talking about, and it drives me crazy. Okay, that Silver Surfer that's in the Fantastic Four movie right now is not Norman Rad, nor is it a replacement for Norman Rad. They didn't change the gender. They didn't replace Norman Rad. There is a female Silver Surfer in the comics, and
Right.
that's the character that they're using for this movie. So there wasn't a gender swap. There wasn't a replacement of Norman Rad. There was none of that. They just decided to go with a different character. And people are like, why are they gender swapping? Why they replace Norrin? No, that is the female Silver Surfer from the comics. They just use
Tyrone, tell me
comics
you read comics and who don't read comics. You know what I'm saying? Tell me
You
who
don't
reads
have,
comics and don't read comics.
but it's not even that. It's not even that. You don't even have to read the comics. All you have to do is before you open your mouth, do some simple fucking research, and you will find out they got videos all over YouTube about it. They got
You
Google
mean
search. You know what I
you
mean?
mean
Like,
Google is your friend? Google
I
is
mean,
your friend.
YouTube is your friend. TikTok is your friend. Google is your friend. They're putting shit on TikTok about it, but not even watching the TikToks where it explains who the fuck she is. So it's like half of these people, I think they just want something to say, bro, and they just want to hate on women for no reason.
You know what it is, man. It's like you said, man. People just need to do simple research. It's 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 the multiverse. So because we're talking about the multiverse, MCU can play around with the
They can do
storyline.
whatever they want. They
Right.
can do whatever they want.
Exactly. So that's all this is, man. The Silver Service play is Shalabal, who is known who in the canon um storyline that we all know. Well, not so much the canon because again it's multiverse, but the storyline we all grew up to. Shalabal is Norman Rad's girlfriend. For those who don't know, for the listeners, watchers who don't know, and
So
that's all they did
so before we go
was
any further, we gotta let Demare get his intro in because we saving the best for last.
Way to fucking clean. Way to fucking clean this shit all up. I've been trying to get the niggas to do this shit for years, and already the 300-pound ninja strikes again. I was fucking the first one in the room, and y'all niggas just like kept going like I wasn't here. And I thought, wait, like damn it, like I already get this in life enough where I'm right in your face, and motherfuckers ignore me all the time. But holy shit. I let
No,
go of the reins a little bit to give my people some responsibility in guiding the show. And y'all niggas guided the show right past me. Plus, right past our sponsors. Shouts out to hooksrub.com, 20% off your order using the code STAR5 and our affiliate DebW.
Oh my
Use the
god.
code STAR5 for 10% off over there. Hi. How are y'all doing? Now, you want to get to my week and why I'm really not
Yes.
even mad that y'all
Yes.
skipped over me?
Yes.
My week was fucking work. There was nothing else that happened. Usual shit. Now, keep going.
um, I was going to say that the flow of the show changed up, and that's what happened, bro. Like usually you go first, you come in with the introductions, and then after we go, we flow. So that's what happened. We just went, it
Yes,
wasn't like
but
we forgot about
usually
I
the
didn't forget
introduction.
Tyrone.
about
No,
him.
no, no,
We got off on
no,
a
no.
tangent.
But yeah, but the flow is get the introductions in, and then we flow.
Yeah, but your introduction usually comes
But
before
it's
everybody else.
okay.
So after
It's
O one,
okay.
it was like it was flow time in my head.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
No. See, I didn't forget about my boy. I didn't forget
It's
about
all
my
right.
boy. I got his
It's
back.
all right. Well, keep
Real
going.
quick
Keep
though, I
going.
heard the black guy in Superman like stole a show almost and shit. He
Mr.
had
Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. I heard he was pretty good.
That was my man is just straight up. It's just like I don't know how to call it. He's just too cool for school, and it just showed up in the movie, man. My man was too cool for school. He ain't really give a fuck about what was going on too much. He just wanted to do what he would do his thing, and he just made sense of it because a lot of times in these kind of movies where things be going crazy and they don't be making sense, and you be like, "Where's the rational person?" He was that dude. He was that dude that they would be like, "Yo, let's do this," and he would be like, "Really? You think that's gonna
Did
fucking
he
work?"
have?
You know what I
Did he
mean? Like,
have? Did he have the face paint and the jacket?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, I have to see this now because
And then
Ain't
I've been
nothing more
searching to buy.
dangerous.
I've been looking to buy that jacket for the longest. I mean, I've been able to find it, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on ordering it.
Ain't nothing more dangerous than a black man with common sense.
oh, he had a lot of, and he was serious, bro. Like serious. He wasn't even jokey. Like when he made that face, it was like, "Shut the fuck up." Like yeah, it just worked, man. It just worked, bro. It just worked. He would give you that. He gave you that nigga look. Like no, like we not.
And I was good. I was good with the person who played it.
Yeah, it was good.
It sounds like he did his thing.
Yeah,
he
no,
did
he
his
did.
thing, man.
What up, Jamal?
What's going on, yo?
Good to see you back, brother.
Hey, man. Pleasure to be back. Sorry,
That
I've been,
passport got more stamps than Lil Wayne tattoos.
it didn't start off that way, but I got one more, man. I'm headed to Guyana first week of August.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. If you need
that's
some
the
tips,
last
talk
one.
to me after the show. My best friend that I travel with, she's from there. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. How's everybody doing, man?
good, man. Not as good as you. You know what I'm saying? Just out here
okay.
living life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Said you had that
man.
food.
We
I watched
were
the train
just talking real briefly about these superhero movies and shit.
Oh, Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
And,
I did, yeah, man. Let me tell you something. I saw it in 4D, and my fat ass is too old for that shit. It's like a ride you can't get off. You know what I mean? And the chairs and seats move, they blowing wind at you and all that stuff. And like, it was cool in the beginning, like the first 10, 15 minutes. But then like he just opening the door and the chair moves. I'm like, all right, yo, why is my fucking chair moving? Because this dude opened the door. You know what I mean? So, but
Superman opens
as
the door
far as
differently than everybody else, man. Come on.
man, look, as far as the movie itself, is it better than Man of Steel? I don't know. It's more like Superman. It's just as good. It's just different, in my opinion.
yeah.
It's just different.
Really?
I mean, it depends what thing you want. But I mean, it was good. I was entertained by it.
They really leaned into the Boy Scout aspect of his character.
They went
So
the
what I'm
opposite of
told,
Zack
it's a
Snyder.
very
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy DC movie. That's what I've been told.
Yeah. In terms of the humor, but
Yeah.
like in terms of, I mean, the Superman is bone accurate to the comic book, original stuff. But like, it's
Okay.
not as depressing or dark or as it's the opposite of Zack Snyder. Just put it that way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There was the scenes were lit up.
Yes,
Like
sir. There was
everything
color in it.
wasn't every
There was color. There was
everything
color in
Yeah.
every scene.
everything wasn't at fucking 7 p.m. in a back alley in Hell's Kitchen color.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I heard about this though, because I haven't seen it yet either, but the one thing that I heard, and maybe I'm taking a hard pivot on where the discussion has been, because I know y'all been keeping it brief, but I heard them red niggas has been mad because allegedly this is woke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
because
that too. But
Superman's an immigrant.
they gonna say that about everything, man. Anything that that's how they gonna say it. They gonna call every Marvel or DC movie is gonna be woke to these dudes now because it's actually accurate to life. So
I was I was honestly, I was very much so confused about the woke argument because this movie was very much so sleep to me. I didn't see anything woke in it as far as like how they talk about woke, like the politics stuff, like with the war
Not
stuff.
as you interpret woke, though. Not as in
But,
you interpret woke.
well,
What
I
you
was looking.
interpret woke is not what they're talking about.
Well, here's the thing. I went into that movie and I was looking for the woke shit because I heard that before I saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna look to see what's this woke shit everybody talking about, and I couldn't find it. Like the war shit was regular war shit that's regular war shit. There wasn't nothing woke about it, so I don't know where the woke shit is at. Now maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but for me, the way after I saw that movie, I think that the people who are talking about it being too woke are doing just what Jamal said, man. Just saying it just to say it and just reaching for some
Yeah,
bullshit.
no, you're reaching.
yep,
Okay. All right.
that's it.
Well,
And
people got to find an excuse for something.
and I'll say this too. The one thing that I thought I was going to be irritated about because I fucking hate this thing in the comics and I hate every time I see this motherfucker. I do not like crypto. I'm not an animal hater, but crypto to me was some of the corniest shit that I ever seen. I don't like
Was
crypto.
he
Right?
necessary? Because I was like, why they got the dog in the film, bro?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I was about to say. I thought that crypto was going to piss me off. I thought that crypto was going to irritate me. But in reality, if you watch the movie, crypto's just a badass dog. It's just the way
Yeah.
they put
So
in the
he
movie.
fits in the movie.
Yeah, he's just a
He
regular bear
in this
dog.
universe, yeah, he does. In this
Yeah.
universe, he does. I will tell you one thing, and Tyler, I don't know if you agree. What I got from this, I was like, okay, so they absolutely have to rebuild the universe from scratch. It's a hard reboot, and this universe that he's building feels more like Super Friends than Justice League.
Yeah,
Right.
Mm.
So
yeah.
so
Mm.
we're on the way to getting form of a tiger,
No,
form
no.
Oh,
of
Form of your mop
bucket
bucket.
of water.
Hey,
That's
hey,
what
man,
I was
guess what?
getting
if I
to.
see a
Form
bucket
of
of water on it,
bucket of
he the one.
water.
He a fan for life.
But
He got a
but
fan for life if they throw this bucket on his
but you know what, man?
Once the
Yeah,
twins activate.
then
form of a puddle.
it's so funny. It's so funny that you said that because the Wonder Twins will work in this universe. The
It
way
would
it's set up,
absolutely work. Yes,
they will
sir.
work in this universe for sure.
All
But
that shit. Apache Chief,
oh,
Apache
it will work.
Chief.
Black Lightning.
Yes, sir.
Yo, not
Speaking of
Apache
which,
Chief, son.
speaking of which, that's what I got underneath my name. Bring back Saturday morning cartoons, dog.
There you go.
Like
Yes, sir.
Saturday morning cartoon.
those,
Yo,
it's
Friends.
long overdue. These animal shows and all this bullshit politics that come on. What's that?
Got these
Nah, the
kids jacked
kids
up.
don't want to see that, bro.
Y'all need to do a refresher course and watch an episode of Super Friends, okay?
That's right.
It was some of the corniest shit ever. They never fought. They fought as much as He-Man. Okay. Justice League was more palatable.
but they
Listen,
they
man.
always won.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
yeah.
And they had, I don't know if y'all remember that before, was it before the Wonder Twins? They had Wendy and Marvin who had no powers at all. That was on Justice League.
Two motherfuckers on
Yo.
bikes.
But,
And the
all
dogs.
right, yeah.
And
Now
bro,
I had to disagree with you, TJ, on the. I'm all right because I said this when you said bring back Saturday morning cartoons. I've been
Yes.
saying, I've been saying, and I said this in one of my wrestling group chats that I'm in. That's actually active and people talk. Um, excuse me. Oh wait. Besides, side note, before I get to that point, can somebody please share the YouTube link to all the groups and stuff because for some reason Facebook makes the link to this show private through my page. I try to open up the privacy. It doesn't allow it for some reason. So, share the YouTube link. We might have to reconsider being streaming on Facebook as a whole, but might just be just strict share the YouTube link shit. But I said this recently. Tony Khan and AEW has a chance to fill a market that the WWF left behind in the mid 90s, early 90s. It was 80s. Bring back Saturday morning wrestling. They are on Turner Broadcasting, TBS, TNT.
Right.
You bring back an 11 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday wrestling show, that might be fire. But the whole Saturday morning shit, TJ, these kids ain't watching cable television like that no more. And I can tell you, I'm not even watching cable television like that anymore. I'm sitting there watching YouTube videos over, I'm watching YouTube programming over anything on TV. I can tell you, I don't remember the last time I turned on the Spectrum app and watched Sports Center.
Wow. I still watch regular TV.
Yo, it's YouTube. YouTube has really been where it's at.
Yeah.
No, I can't get into the YouTube yet. I watch YouTube for podcasts. That's where I get. That's most of my YouTube content, watching podcasts. But just if you just had these joints back on, I think that would sway the narrative a little bit, because you had to wake up. You wanted to wake up to watch these shits. And if the cartoons were fire, you was definitely getting up to watch these shits. And cartoons now, in the way animation is set up, you can make fire programs. You could reboot all these shits under Japanese anime if you wanted to, and have some fire shit come out where these kids will be locked in, just like they're locked in on the apps, right? I watch all my Japanese animation on the apps now, but had one or two stations that locked in on this and did reboots of these shows or programs, you might change the narrative on that, man. I
agree, but they have to be real specific in what they pull on. They got to be real specific.
I agree with TJ. I think that the kids would watch if they had something to watch. They on YouTube on Saturday morning. They don't got shit to watch on TV, for real.
You can't tell me if Dragon Ball Z was on Channel 5 at 10 o'clock in the morning, niggas wouldn't be tuned in. You can't
watch whatever they're marketed to. Whatever's marketed to them, they'll watch.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But how many people cut the cord? And not a lot of people, like I said, like myself, I cut the TV, Spectrum cable package down.
Oh, he cut the cord on himself too.
He cut it to get it back.
We got rid of all.
Get it back. I don't know if Dan's gonna be back on, but Dan would also appreciate this, what he said about the wrestling, right? For me, now the Saturday morning wrestling shows will work big time, because when I used to watch wrestling on Saturday morning, it was all jobbers. It was just to showcase the stars and have them beat up on Joe Smo or whoever, and they just beat up jobbers, and we still watched it every Saturday morning. Now they got so much talent that they can put the smaller matches on Saturday morning shows, and they can actually produce good Saturday morning wrestling shows without having to have the stars beat up on some guy in a bikini that we don't even know.
They could, because you're right, there's no jobbers anymore. There's no more jobbers.
I was about to say that was back in the days when Brooklyn Brawl and Iron Mike Sharp used to
Steve Lombardi.
So wouldn't these two combine, like Saturday morning cartoons and wrestling? Wouldn't they come on back to back? They should. That was a synergy there, right? It would just flow one into the other. You'd be like, yo, I got my cartoons out the way now, but okay, so it's not public television. Then a streaming app needs to get on it. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a question then. Would you if we decide to do this, right? Would you make it just exclusive to cable? Because An average kid would be like, okay, why do I have to wait? Why watching on cable when I can just go to the app? Or go
No,
to
no,
the
no, no,
channel?
no, no, no. It'll be a weekly thing. We wouldn't release a whole season of shit. You'd have to literally tune in of the day or then catch up when the season was over. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
still gonna, yeah, but I mean, what they're gonna do though, I mean, there's nobody who's putting out any content anymore that doesn't
right.
have like a double deal with YouTube. So they'll find a way to stream it, to catch up stream. Because even me, I watch more YouTube than regular television now. But like, if there's something dope, I still watch. I watch it wherever the platform is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I know about it. But that,
Well, see, that's
Now, like,
insane
y'all
to
hear
me.
me?
yeah,
Y'all
Yeah.
hear me?
That
All right,
that's
now,
Yeah.
because I
insane to me. I guess I'm not that dude because I don't have the concept of watching YouTube on my small phone when I can watch something big on my TV. So I watch TV all the time. I watch most of the stuff I watch is on TV. I don't watch shit on YouTube. I'm like TJ.
See,
I go on
I'm
YouTube
like
for
you,
like short,
Tyrone. Yes.
I go on
I'm the
YouTube
exact
for
same way.
like podcasts or like short entertainment videos, like maybe somebody might be doing a
correct.
Superman review or something like that. But most other than that, I'm watching my TV.
Same here. But
I watch YouTube on my TV.
yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
why
saying.
Yeah,
that's why
It comes through
that's
my
why my
Roku. Yeah.
PS5.
hmm
Yeah,
I don't
I have
Roku,
That
YouTube on
comes
my
through
Roku,
my
TV too. Yeah.
yeah. It comes through
Roku,
my Roku.
Roku,
But like
PS5.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Long
that's all
form
I was trying to
programming, I
say.
watch on TV. Yeah, I watch long form programming on TV, but everything else. But I guess I watch more short form programming than long form programming these days.
Oh
Right.
no.
News and
Right.
sports is pretty much what I watch on TV.
Yeah,
That's it.
or catch the
I,
Yeah.
highlights of something on YouTube if I miss something. Like not to segue, but like Colbert. Colbert was getting all his. They think they're gonna kill him by taking him off the TV. You know how
Right.
many people was watching Colbert on YouTube?
Right.
So
Right. He can just move it right there. But I want one of these streaming platforms that pick up on this because they can make it's easy money if they do that. Easy money if they do that. And I mean, look, I mean, of course, with the animation, you're hiring a lot of people and stuff like that. Especially and with the wrestling, I mean, there's a market for it. There's a market for it right now. Netflix, if they really want to jump back in the game, they need to do some shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
But
Prime,
again,
HBO
it
Max.
goes back to what I was trying to say before my connection with Funky. How many people cut the cord? A lot of people have cut the cord years ago and don't watch. Like I said, unless you do stuff like I did, like there's still people who get satellite television just for the NFL package type shit. You
I
remember them
forgot that shit
days, right?
existed.
Where
God
where
damn.
people used to buy satellite only because the NFL package was on it, and then they will return and turn off the service and get
Yeah,
something else because
yeah.
they was able to get the cheaper deal. Shit like that, I'm sure can still happen, but you need people to invest in regular terrestrial television again
Well,
to
that's
do
why I
that.
said Netflix needs
no,
to
no.
pick up on that. That's why
Yeah,
I said,
like
No, but
like
go ahead, Tyrone.
even if Netflix was just like, yo, every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., we running a Saturday morning cartoon block. And they just called it like Saturday morning cartoons. And they got a couple of cartoon shows from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Them kids
yep,
will eat that up, bro. They'll
But
eat
yep,
guess
that
what?
up.
Yeah, all
yep.
right, all right. But what you need Netflix to do is you need Netflix to turn into an actual broadcast platform on top of just going in and selecting what you want.
Not really, Dan, because like
Yeah, no,
HBO
no,
did
no.
with the Game of Thrones and shit like that, they would only drop once a week. So you could do the same, you could
No,
apply
no,
that same
yeah,
theory.
yeah, but I think you're mixing up what's being said and what y'all trying to say. I agree with the stop dropping everything in a lump. Like still you could still string people along and give week by week stuff instead of
Right.
dumping everything on people. But the
Okay.
way that the way that streaming and then the internet has conditioned people nowadays is people still, you can drop it week by week. Some people still wait and then binge everything because this is what these streaming platforms created. They created the binge culture. They
Yeah.
created the we need to watch this series in 1 to 2 days and immediately jump online and talk about it.
But
Right.
They did
but
that.
here,
So what you're talking about is you need to you want to it's a different way of trying to entice people to
yeah,
come to the platforms. And yeah, I get the whole you could have a Saturday morning block, but then you would have to have a link Saturday morning cartoons that just run straight. People love to skip. People love the fast forward. People love that shit now. So this is where I kind of say it's hard, but it has to. You would have to try to recondition people's brains to getting
That's it.
back to watching terrestrial television style of streaming.
That's it. That's it, man.
Yeah,
binge.
I think I truthfully think they could bring it back. I don't know. I don't know if the streaming sites would be the way to do it. You know, it would have to be the conventional way. You know, like Channel 7 or Channel 4,
Nah,
Channel 2.
nobody's watching them shits in the morning, man. Nobody's
But
watching them
that's
shit.
the point. But TJ,
Right.
that's the point though. Is like always trying to say, nobody's going back to the conventional old school thing of
Right.
television. And for you can create your that's you can create your own
I,
Saturday block. You can do that with Netflix. You can do that with Paramount, all these things. They have a lot of the old school shit that we came up on. You
Right.
can create your own Saturday morning block of what you choose to want to watch.
I,
What you're talking about is bringing back the old school. You got to wake up
But
and
with
tune
new
into
shit though,
Channel
Daniel.
5.
Yeah, yeah, with
Yeah,
new
yeah,
shit
but
though.
right, right. But here the thing is, it goes back to something that I can affiliate with like the gaming industry. You need exclusives. You need network exclusives to say,
I,
hey, this is the only place that you can get it for the first few months. Then we're gonna upload it to our streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And you
I think
need, yeah, but who's going to pay for that
not,
exclusivity when they might not be able to guarantee the viewers to the
Nah,
people that
once
are
they see the
selling it?
market numbers, that numbers don't lie, bro. If you get that
Numbers,
big that if you get
numbers,
that core
TJ.
base, if you get that core
But
base, that'll sell it.
TJ,
yeah,
TJ,
I
Gotta
think,
numbers,
you are
hold on.
very, very right. Numbers don't lie, but
Nah,
the
no,
networks and the streaming companies do. And that's the
nah,
problem. That's the problem.
but
That's why
Jamal,
we
but
had them
Jamal,
strikes 2 summers ago and all stuff. It's
but
because those
Jamal,
greedy motherfuckers are the worst. Yeah.
I
Jam-
think that
Jamal, though, hold on, Tyrone, hold on, because numbers actually do lie. Numbers absolutely lie, especially when it comes to the streaming shit. When this whole streaming shit started, there's people who made streaming farms just to boost people's like
Hmm.
record spin numbers.
You're right. You're right.
They
You're right. They
numbers
can do the same
numbers
thing
do
for
lie.
the cartoon. I mean, listen, if you're gonna do it on like terrestrial programming, you're gonna have to put a huge ad push for that. Like if you updated Ninja Turtles, Voltron, and Thundercats, and you put trailers out for the fucking last 4 months about this is coming, and the shit looks fire, people are gonna get amped up for this. Like
And guess
you
what,
gotta be at
TJ?
all the Comic Cons and all that shit. Like you gotta
And
do
guess
it.
what?
hey,
And guess what? All the names of the stuff you mentioned, five came back, and they went back on Netflix.
Right.
And like freaking thinking specifically Voltron, they
Yeah.
were uploading them once a week, giving you
Yeah.
once a week stuff. Go
Yeah.
ahead,
And that shit
Tyrone.
was fire. It was fire.
here,
It worked.
here's I don't think that the whole binge thing actually works with children if you were giving them weekly episodes because kids ain't like adults. You know how adults they go to water cooler talk, whatever. But kids are not like that. I know when I went to school, if somebody saw wrestling on Saturday morning and I missed it, I was fucked. Because them kids were coming in and talking about it, and if you ain't see it, or like I had to go to my grandma's house to watch Monday Night Raw because if I went to school on Tuesday morning and I didn't see Raw, that told all the kids that I didn't have cable and they talk shit about it and everything. So when you go to school and kids is in school talking about what they saw on Saturday morning, and you ain't see that shit, next Saturday you gonna make sure you at that TV, because kids don't like to not know shit. Kids don't like to be out of the loop. Kids don't like to have other kids have seen and watched shit that they ain't see before. So I think that when the kids start going to school, that binge shit are kind of like they can eat that up.
Yeah, but again, I mean, the idea is cool. I get it. I totally get it. Like I said, I'm an advocate for and hopefully AEW can hear this shit, because this is the one of the first times I'm saying this live out loud to people. There is a market that they could fill with this shit to try to drive people back to, if that was the thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's not. We're in a place now where people want the easiest, the most easiest accessible stuff. If the cable networks did see money in it, which I don't think that you say that it's money, it's money. I don't think that there's money in it for them to get people to drive back to
Hold on.
to regular television like that.
Hold on. This question for the group. Has anybody seen the new trailer for Tron?
I didn't see the trailer, but I just haven't clicked it.
That shit looks bananas. Bananas.
Right.
Listen,
How many times they've redone Tron so many times? Like,
they've done it twice.
It's always been good. It's been good though.
Right.
But TJ, I can prove to you right now. I can prove to you right now that how numbers lie. The easiest way to prove how numbers lie, right? Numbers had us thinking that that Russell Westbrook was the MVP of the NBA. Remember that? Numbers lying like shit. So there you go. There you go.
Yo, I mean, he's right, because numbers will tell you that Dak Prescott is one of the top best quarterbacks in the league. Is the kid great? He is great. He's a great quarterback. But
So
his
was Tony
numbers,
Romo.
but his numbers are a lot of garbage numbers that don't lead to nothing. Eli Manning's numbers, garbage time numbers, but he got Super Bowls. Different story. Numbers absolutely do lie, especially when it comes to streaming. Numbers lie. They inflate what they want. Uncle Algorithm fucking will push whatever the big networks want pushed over the good shit, which it goes back into the crate digging element of, and the wanting to see terrestrial television element of, you have to go seek it out if you want it.
And you know
You
how
still got to
numbers
go
lie?
seek it.
You know how else numbers lie on streaming? I'll tell you. I don't. TJ, you don't have little kids in your house. I still got little kids in my house, right? And I got little kids that'll come on in the living room, turn Netflix on, push the button to play the show, and go outside, or go in the kitchen, or be somewhere else. So they're not watching the shit at all, and it's on. So the streaming numbers say that 10 million people watch the show. The streaming numbers say that my kids watch Bubblefuck Showtime, and they turned it on. They ain't watched none of it. So the streaming numbers do lie in those type of situations too, where my kids will turn something on and leave the room in a second, bro.
You talked about you just talked about my children. My kids will put on a YouTube channel called Funny, and watch, like, you're watching them play Roblox. Or there's this one my oldest has on a thing called Auntie Zari. They do simulated life, like, shows in Roblox. They're watching these kids. They got these kids on television playing Roblox while they're in their phones playing their own different servers of Roblox. They're not watching. They're watching and they're not watching. But again, the beauty of where we're at now when it comes to programming and stuff like that, like, it's fuck these big networks, fuck these big companies and shit. Like, yeah, you can come on later because that's the model that they've taken. Let's push your stuff further because you built you built your following, you built everything. So now bring those numbers to us.
So
There's a show.
build my own
Exactly.
Saturday morning cartoon block, and then
Yeah. Pretty much, because
But
like there's a show called Pink Courtroom that my daughters watch. These two girls from the UK, they act like judges and present cases. They're funny bullshit cases, but they got a big ass following. They got people buying into their shit because they created it on their own. This is the space
So
that we're in now where you can get off, but just on creating on your own. Henceforth, why we've been doing this shit forever, yet we need more help in pushing the product.
not to change the subject, right? But it's still I'm still keeping on subject. But it goes to show you that these these I don't even know what you call it. Man. I'm drawing a blank.
the
But
big media companies,
people like Verizon Fios and Spectrum and Comcast, they're all slowly losing money because the house phone has died out completely, and cable now is slowly dying too. So it's almost like you don't see the triple play package anymore of oh, we'll give you the house phone, cable, and internet for such and such price. Now soon it's just gonna be okay. We're gonna give you internet for such
We
and
just
such
need
price.
internet. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
that's why it's so astronomical, the price of internet here. And also, what these media companies have figured out is everybody's going into streaming. So now
Mhm.
they've gotten into streaming. They're getting their money and they're buying the streaming company, which is why it used to be advantageous to cut the cord and just go all streaming. But now it's around the same price if you want to watch everything you want to watch.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there's so many different tiers now to
Yeah.
this internet thing. Like, oh, it's like every 3 4 months they're raising another tier. They're making another
Yep.
tier out of it. And I'm like, yo, how fast do I need? I don't need my internet to be Pentagon fast, yo. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying? Like,
it's it's funny you should say that. There was an episode in the new season of Black Mirror. I don't know if any of y'all watched the new season of Black Mirror that came out on Netflix,
not yet.
but you need to watch it. There's an episode just like that, and every time your man gets money up to use it to help him out, another package comes out, and
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah. I did see that
even
episode. I
more
did see that
money than
episode.
like he was like, bro, I just got my shit a month ago. He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. So that's available with this package. She was like, you keep selling me packages. He's like,
Mhm.
where does it stop at? Like, I need just this. And then I can't get this anymore because now you upped it to another package.
And
It's
Mhm.
as the
crazy.
one person, the one person on this show who actually worked for the cable company, I worked when there was Time Warner Cable before they changed to Spectrum. This is exactly what they do. And so when people used to call and be like, "Oh, I lost this, and that," is yeah, because the package changed, and But if you want to, you can still keep the price you're at. But the goal was always to sell a new package, the new
It's a
package
scam.
that came out.
It's
But
a
The whole
scam.
goal was
yeah,
always to sell the new package that
It's
came
the
out.
American way.
and
It's
Yep.
capitalism.
and and for me, the numbers have to be lying. The numbers have to be lying for this simple fact that the matter is like I go on my DirecTV stream, right, and there's about 35 channels that I can't possibly fathom or believe that anybody's watching. These are channels that I turned that I never watched that I skip over. And it's the IFC channel. It's a bunch of channels on here that I never watched that I skip over, right? And in my head, I'm going, if nobody's watching these channels and he's not nobody's watching these networks and nobody's watching this TV,
Nah,
how are
nah,
they still on? How are they still
nah.
operating? So
Tyrone.
somebody's watching this shit.
So there's a dedicated poker channel just to poker, right? That my pops watches religiously. He watches that shit for hours. All right. That's a niche group of people. All right. Gamblers, whoever, people getting into the sport. Not I can't even call it a sport. People getting into it, whatever you the case may be. If he's watching it like that, I know there's at least 1,000 two
And
thousand other people watching it like that.
TJ, the thing that you just mentioned without even saying it is the thing that triggered me. It's elderly, elderly. There's certain elderly people tune into, like, they kind of stick with what they know. And there's networks like Me TV and all these other networks that they still broadcast the shit that like they grew up on, and they don't want to go watch. some of the newer stuff like
Right.
that. So they go to these channels that Tyrone said nobody watches. People watch these channels, part because, yo, you know what? It's there. I want to see something different. Fuck it.
Look,
Fuck it. Like,
the
yeah,
Hallmark
when I'm
Channel
at,
is kicking ass. Why?
yeah, I don't know about kicking ass. Maybe say surviving.
They're
Kicking ass
doing
is a
better than
stretch.
surviving, bro. They're doing better than surviving. I'm glad they integrated more black folks into their programming.
But it's
I,
just, but it's the same fucking story. They tell the same stories at the same parts of the year,
my
each
mom
and
watches that shit
every
And
year.
they
religiously,
eat it up.
bro.
Right.
And,
And how many fucking Christmas love stories with the same plot does your mom watch each and every year?
Bro,
Well,
I know
Hallmark.
because
Talk
my
about Hallmark.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hallmark,
they're not going
Lifetime,
nowhere,
all
bro.
them
That's
channels.
a dedicated base, man.
no. You know what? You know what it is,
They
though, too?
just
I'll say this.
recycled Christmas stories and just changed the location, the people, and the race
That's
by
it.
show,
That's it.
and
But
turned out fucking 500 of them bad boys every
That shit,
Christmas
it
season,
worked.
man.
you
It
know what
worked.
it is? You know what
Yeah,
it
man,
is,
they
too?
watch it.
It's the immorality and how terrible this world has become. I'll tell you why. My mom is a Jehovah's Witness, right? She's been a Jehovah's Witness since we've been kids. So she doesn't want no killing. She doesn't want no cussing. She doesn't want no fucking. She doesn't want nothing bad to be on her TV programming, right? So my mom is ecstatic when she can turn on the Hallmark channel and watch it all day and all night and not see none of that shit. So
Nah,
what
They
Tyrone. She's going
and
against
that's
what her religion is, bro, because they celebrate birthdays,
yeah,
holidays,
but she watching it. She
all
ain't
kind of
celebrating
shit.
it.
That's right.
You can't be Jehovah's Witness celebrating that shit,
No,
bro.
she don't celebrate it, but she can watch other people do it. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, my
but
mom can
that's
turn
the
on
point.
Hallmark. My mom can turn
But
on the
that
Hallmark channel and watch wholesome programming all day and not have to worry about like cussing or none of that stuff. And she likes that.
and
And so
that's
she
the
will
point
watch
that
Hallmark
just went
all
that's the point that just went against your argument of but who's watching it? Your mom is watching, not to say it like that, but your mom is watching it. You know
day. Yeah,
what I'm saying?
It's your
Not to
mom's, bro. It's
disrespect,
your mom.
but
no,
your mother.
no, that was my argument. That was my argument that we sit up here and we think, like I said, I scroll through these channels and I go, nobody's watching them, but somebody has to be. That's what I said. Somebody has to be watching this shit for these channels to
Yeah.
still maintain, for these cable companies to still have these networks on
Plus,
TV.
plus, again, a lot of these companies own those networks, so you gotta fill the space with something. They own these networks. They've owned these contracts that they've bought for that they bought out years ago to syndicate these shows. You gotta show
Look at Byron Allen. He bought up all them little satellite shits, bro. He
them.
bought up
Anthem
all them little
Television, and
satellite shits.
he got a network that nobody subscribed to.
Yep. And,
Well, you
and
can't
he's a
find Anthem
billionaire,
shit
so
anywhere.
somebody's watching it.
Yeah,
Somebody's watching it. You don't get a billionaire with zero watches.
word. But we've been on this long enough, TJ. Moving along.
Where we going next? Sai, you had some other stuff to get off your chest?
Um, yeah. So I'm disturbed by the behavior of a young Clarissa Shields because yeah, you want to be the go to boxing. And when you go to anything, you do kind of talk shit about the other people. Like LeBron won't do it when they bring Mike up because he wants to try to be humble and stuff like that. I get that. But for me, with my attitude, the way I act, yeah, I'm brash, I'm harsh. So yeah, if I'm going to say I'm going to go to boxing, I'll bring up some other people for me. Floyd Mayweather talks despairingly about Muhammad Ali all the time, saying how can he be the greatest? He got beat up and shit like that. I get that. But it's getting to the point now where it's becoming egregious, it's becoming disrespectful, and it's becoming wrong because she's going after Layla Ali, and then Layla Ali tongue-in-cheekly said, if they give me 15 million, I'll come back and fight her. And now Clarissa managed is going back on the internet saying she's
His
managed to
connection
find
said it was
a promoter.
egregious that he was saying this.
No, she found a promoter that's saying that they're willing to pay Layla Ali 15 million to come back
Sorry
and fight
for
this
the
shit.
technical difficulties, everybody.
And I'm just like, what is that about? Like, why are we doing this? This does not push the sport forward. It doesn't make sense to pay Layla $15 million when the top female purse is like $7.5 million, like Amanda Soriano and Katie.
You know what this is? This is the Jake Paul effect, bro. This is the Jake Paul effect.
No,
bro.
man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. This is the exact same thing.
It's not that.
It is that because people are going to watch that shit.
People are going to watch it.
People are going to watch Layla versus Clarissa Shields, bro. And it's going to do fucking record numbers.
I understand the numbers. I understand the money. I understand the politics. I understand everything you're saying. What I do not understand is why would a young black female boxer do this when it's so disrespectful to female boxing? It doesn't push the sport forward. It doesn't help the other female boxers. It disrespects them because they out here boxing for $2 million purses.
You can apply that shit to everything. Hip-hop, basketball, baseball, football.
Boxing.
You can apply that same logic to everything.
I do.
Barry Sanders is one of the greatest running backs of all time, right? Some motherfucker come out here and rush for 2,000 yards for the next 3 seasons. Fuck Barry Sanders. He didn't do what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's gonna be. But
think of Floyd, right? So you mean to tell me that Floyd didn't got his last 5-6 fights, he didn't got some of the biggest purses we've ever seen. Was his fighting style, that great that people, would I mean, he marketed himself to make people watch these fights. But
yeah,
was it as pleasing? I mean, you're not getting any knockouts like a Tyson fight, you know what I'm saying? But he just knew how to promote himself. Maybe, I mean, this the whole Clarissa Shields thing, right? And then you mentioned Jake Paul. As WWE as Jake Paul is, it still is good for women's boxing. Because none of us have really. This is the most we've paid attention to women's boxing this last couple of years. With the Serrano chick, Serrano and oh man, I forgot the girl she was fighting.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good for the sport and it's bad for the sport at the same time. Because you are getting the recognition and the viewers and all of that.
What
I think the fact you brought up Mayweather it's very similar to Clarissa Shields' thing. Her style, she is the best female fighter we've seen, women's fighter we've seen. Her style may not be as aesthetically pleasing as others, which a lot of boxing peers said about Floyd. The difference is Floyd wasn't actually trying to get Sugar Ray Leonard in the ring to prove that he was the best, you know what I mean? And Clarissa Shields is trying to do that with this old woman, Layla Ali, you know what I mean? It's like she doesn't want to share the spotlight. And it depends on how Layla Ali plays it too. Layla Ali she's fed into it too by not allowing the current best woman to have her space in a lot of ways to say that she's the best. Whereas remember a little while back, Deontay Wilder was saying that, he can knock out Mike Tyson, he beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said he's supposed to say that. Mike Tyson's the higher. He's supposed to say that. He's right now he's not anywhere. I see why he would say that. Don't mean it's true, but I don't got no problem saying that. Layla Ali is not playing it that way. So, when you do that, you either have to get in the ring and fight this young girl, or you just gonna have to let it go. But I think that Clarissa Shields she don't got nobody in her camp, kind of. Try. She got Papoose, right? That's it. This is the she got nobody telling her, yeah, listen, you still got to give Layla a little bit of, you know what I mean? There's not a good look on the outside, but go for it, Tyrone.
To be the best, you got to beat the best, no?
No.
Yeah, when the best is 25 years older than you.
Yeah, man. That's the part.
Here's my thing. I don't think that Layla Ali was serious about about this fight with her. She said she don't like that girl mouth. She don't like the way the girl talks, and the girl does talk a ton of shit. And Layla's still old enough to have her pride, so she's still gonna talk some shit back. And I think that Layla was saying when she threw out that 15 to 20 million number, knowing that the highest purse that these women don't make that kind of money.
Right.
She was throwing out that number to say, ain't no way this fight gonna happen. I need 15, 20 million just to think about it. So she was being tongue in cheek. And for Clarissa, who never got that kind of purse for herself, never got that kind of purse against any other women, just watch Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor split an $18 million purse between the two of them. She just watched a show where it was an all-women's card. So Clarissa, if you can do that, if you can get $15 million for a 48-year-old, 18-year retired female boxer to fight, why can't you get this for these women? Why can't you get this for the women that's coming up behind you? Why can't you get this for yourself? Why can't you get this for the women?
They're not excited, bro. They haven't proved themselves.
So what? So you can get 9 million.
So Tyrone, stop for a second.
Nobody's paying for nobody, bro.
What the way you're talking right now is exactly what I say to people when they get mad that the WWE doesn't cater to the wrestling fan anymore. I tell people all the time, they don't care about wrestling. They care about the card. They just care about who's gonna bring money. This is why they got fucking Jelly Roll coming in to wrestle. They don't care about you, the wrestling fan.
Damn.
So this is yes, they got Jelly Roll coming in for a match. So
I saw that.
I say that to say Layla Ali is still a name in this world. Layla Ali is still the daughter of what people say is the greatest ever. And they call it, Muhammad Ali got that name the greatest, not just because of what he did in the boxing ring. But if somebody, and allegedly what I read before the pre-show when you wanted to talk about this, word was what's the name said, we got that 15 million, now let's go. We could get that 15 million, now let's go and make it happen. If you can get people talking till you make the fight happen, that's what the sport of boxing has been. Get the money, get the money together, get the talking happen until somebody is interested in investing and putting the money out to make it happen. It's not about the developing of the new boxer, and that's what all these smaller card things are for. That's what the Serrano whatever fight and all of that was for. So they can build their shit. When they get to the level to challenge Clarissa Shields, do that. But until then, Clarissa, keep fucking pushing the button to get the legend out to try to get that big ass payday. You do what you got to do to get that payday.
Because nobody's losing. Nobody's losing at that point.
Shadeja Green is right there. Shadeja Green is right there. There's fights right there. I'm saying if you can get 15 million purse for Layla, you can get 5 million to fight Shadeja Green. And
I don't know who Shadeja Green is until you mentioned her right now, bro.
That's the thing.
TJ.
Layla Ali can generate 15 million, and Clarissa Shields can't. That's another reason why she's upset.
Right.
so now
Shadeja Green.
All right,
she's good. She should. Clarissa should be fighting her. She can't get those type of paydays with those other, unless she does some Jake Paul type shit and fights. And fights. What's her name from? Who's the Irish chick that just beat Amanda Serrano again, or just fought Amanda Serrano?
Or should be
which is not going to happen because it's too many weight classes.
Or she does
she
that
gotta
to
fight
get
a
like
dude
a
or something.
Ronda Rousey or somebody, who's not in boxing that's a name that can draw. Tyrone, you're not wrong as far as try to get the money with somebody that's up and coming. Yeah. But again, you're talking like a WWE fan that cares about wrestling from a company that tells you time and time again, they don't care about the wrestling. They care about what draws.
I'm talking about Clarissa. I'm not talking about boxing in general. I'm talking about her as a person. She's doing this herself.
They care about what's going to.
So she don't care about boxing either.
No,
That's
but
good.
so Tyrone. No, so no, no, hold on, TJ, hold on. So no, you're talking about Clarissa herself, right? Again, if Clarissa can make this happen with the Layla Ali, then what did Clarissa do? She just reset the market for help women get up. But
Mhm.
again, these other women need to
Tide
be out
raises
there
all
making
boats,
their
bro.
Okay. Me.
name like this. Yes, and they need to be out there talking that people interested.
Let me.
It's a God.
Let me put the scenario in my head, like how I feel it, right? So they have, let's say they do have the fight. Let's say Layla Ali agrees to have this fight, right? And she gets out there. Now, if Layla Ali beats the shit out of Clarissa Shields and wins that fight, that's kind of going to destroy women's boxing because you got this
No,
woman.
no,
Yeah,
because
hold
there's
on,
always
hold
a
on.
rematch.
You got this woman out here saying that she's the best in women's boxing. She's the GOAT, right? She's better than all these other female boxers. And you got a 48-year-old woman that's been retired for 18 years that comes out and beats the shit out of her. Female boxing is going to be looked at as a joke after that. Because they're gonna be
No,
like, how does a woman 48
no,
years old, how does a
no,
woman 48 years old,
no,
18
no,
years
no, no.
retired, come back and
They're
beat the shit
doing
out
that.
of the
They
in
doing
the
that to
business?
get repeat customers for the rematch, bro. On top of that,
That
Clarissa
part.
Shields is on. Clarissa Shields is on. She's at her peak already, so she's about to be on the downside. So she cashing out early with this, bro.
That's what she's
She
trying to
get
do. She's
that
trying to get
fight.
that money.
She get that fight. Maybe it's a 3-fight deal where they do a couple of rematches and then it's a rubber match at the end. She
That's
cashed
not
all
gonna
the way
happen
out.
though.
Right.
Uh,
She can end up making 50 million off of 3 fights and she don't have to work again in her
yeah.
life.
Okay. So this is a selfish, self-promoting, pushing thing. She's not trying to push the sport of boxing forward. She's not trying to help the women behind. She's
See,
not trying to do nothing but get her
and
money and cash out.
exactly, and the way we talk about boxing all the time. What is boxing? It's exactly that. Unless you are some of these other lesser knowns that are trying to get to that level, and then people are going to watch for the tear down. People are going to get.
Yes.
Why did we tune into Mayweather all the time? Boxing purists tuned into him because they see him as one of the greatest fighters, if not the greatest fighter ever. You had people like me buying his fights because I wanted to see him lose. And so this is what we're talking about. Boxing is a selfish sport. This is why for a decade plus now, maybe longer, I've been the one person saying boxing needs a league,
Yes.
not these
Yes.
fucking
A real governing body.
federations and things like that. They need a league to settle all of this shit so they
Governing,
can give us fights and make people care about the fights, not just care about big name versus big name. Did you draw or not? Because again, all right, Canelo's about to fight Bud. What does it do for the sport overall? It just
Nothing.
brings attention to a big fight. It doesn't bring attention to anybody else. It brings attention to a big fight, and then we only hope that we get a great boxing match on the undercard
but
to see the
Jake,
others.
Jake Paul, Mayweather, none of them are involved in what I'm talking about because Mayweather didn't start doing the bullshit fights and all that stuff until after he was done with his boxing. When he was out of it, when he said, you know what, I'm the greatest, I got all the belts, I'm done with it. Now I'm just out here to get a couple dollars. I can still fight. People want to see me fight Conor McGregor, cool. People want to see me fight whoever. Cool. Jake Paul is an exhibitionist fighter. He didn't come in on some real boxing shit. He came on there on some.
I never mentioned his name, but
I'm
I
saying
know.
I'm gonna do some exhibitionist fights. It ain't real shit. Clarissa is trying to do what Mayweather did at the end of his career. She's trying to do it in the prime when she's still in it, when she's still holding titles, when she still can bring up other women and fight people that mean something. She wants to fight meaningless matches with a Layla
No,
Ali for money. It doesn't
no,
mean
because
nothing for her to
no,
fight Layla. It's for
where
money.
you
All it
wait
is for.
all right, Tyra, all the boxing is for money.
No,
Meaningless,
not like that
meaning
though.
no. So
But they
Tyra,
mean
yes,
something.
Tyrone. Yes, it is because they only mean something. I just made the description. Bud versus freaking Canelo. Both of these guys are already at the point of their careers where this is the type of fights that they should be fighting, and that's it. It doesn't mean anything else for anybody else. It just means something for their purse strings. It means something for their wallet and legacy. Henceforth, Carissa going after a Layla Ali it's more than just the money, it's the legacy thing. And again, as a wrestling fan,
No
this
legacy.
is this is this is a passing of the torch situation of she was known as the GOAT for women's boxing. I've been
Yep.
calling myself the GOAT for how long? Let me, no matter what her age is, let me go take this down.
There's
Look,
But yes,
no.
the
Ty,
payday has to be right. The
Ty,
payday has to be right.
Ty. Look what happened to Errol Spence after he fought Bud. Has the man ever fought again? Where is he at? Where is he at?
For me, okay,
People love this man.
okay.
He needed
Nah,
to.
I'm
he's too
taking it
beat up
personal.
from the car crashes and everything else, man.
I'm
He's
taking
jacked
it
up.
personal, and this is what I'm going to say personally. For me personally, if I'm a boxer and I'm saying I'm the greatest of all time, and I got my legacy, whatever the case may be, and I still have women coming up in boxing that's out here right now that's winning matches and doing big things that I'm not fighting. It doesn't help my legacy to beat up a 48-year-old man that's been retired for 18 years and I'm 30.
It
It
puts
doesn't help my
eyes
legacy
on
to
the
beat him up
sport,
when I
though.
haven't
It
even
puts
when I
eyes on
haven't
the
even
sport.
hold on. But I haven't even beat all of the people that's right now. That's
Because
in my
nobody knows who they
vicinity.
are, Ty.
It doesn't
Nobody
matter.
knows who they
That
are.
but point.
It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
exactly. Pause, Tyrone. And see, you can't say it doesn't matter, but then describe it and break it down as it should matter. Because if these women that you're saying need to be the ones that Clarissa opens the doors to, no, these women need to be doing what Clarissa's doing and calling her ass out.
They've
Why
been
should
Right.
calling
she
her
be?
out for years.
No, so, but this
They
is
are
what you're
though.
not
They've been
They
hearing.
calling her
are.
out for
That's
years.
not true. They
Okay,
are. In her weight class, they are. She can run
Oh,
it back
okay.
with Savannah Marshall. She can run it
okay.
back with Shadeja, what's her name? The thing is, what's killing Clarissa Shields is she don't have that venomous dance partner. So she has, like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano have each other. And
Mm-hmm.
that fight got built up. They fought a trilogy.
Right.
And honestly, the three of them are the highest paid female boxers. I think it's Amanda Serrano because of her endorsement, because her attachment to Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
She's made the most money,
Right.
followed by Clarissa Shields, and then Katie Taylor. But Clarissa Shields, she doesn't have she don't have a Frazier. You know what I mean? She don't have anybody to.
Right.
She don't have that arch
Right. You
rival
don't have a George
with, like,
Foreman or somebody
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
yeah.
So why?
Great point.
So tell me, Jamal, why don't she
Yeah.
fight Savannah Marshall? Savannah Marshall beat her. Then she beat Savannah in the rematch. So why
No,
haven't
she
this
beat them.
trilogy
She beat them all.
Why haven't
She's still undefeated. Savannah
why,
Marshall beat her in the
right? And then she
in
beat
the
her back
amateur.
as professionals. So
Yeah.
why hasn't that trilogy been talked about? Savannah Marshall been itching for that for a while. Why ain't she do it?
Well, you know what you're doing right now, Tyrone?
No.
You're helping talk about it.
But here's
Mhm.
my real
The
problem.
machine ain't in Savannah Marshall's back to promote it.
Here's my real
There you
problem with
go.
the whole situation. What does so are we going to sit here and say that if Clarissa Shields beats Layla Ali, that she is the greatest female boxer of all time, even though Layla Ali is 48 and been out the game for
Nobody
18
cares.
years?
Cares.
Clarissa's
Yeah,
already the
nobody.
greatest.
So this
She's
doesn't help her
already got
legacy,
that.
bro.
Though.
So
Yeah,
this
she's
doesn't
already
help
got
her
it.
legacy at all. So this is just a money grab because it doesn't help her at all to beat Layla Ali. It doesn't
We
change
said that
nothing.
from the beginning, though. We
Right.
said it's
So
a money
why
grab.
do
It's
that?
selfish.
Why? So why?
It's selfish.
So don't sit up here and act like you're doing something for women's boxing. Don't sit up here and act like you this advocate for women and none
Yeah.
of that.
All right.
You out here to
Stop.
get some money.
Pause for a second. When has women's boxing had a legacy fight like this? Answer that question
Katie
for me,
Taylor and
please.
Amanda Serrano is the best thing that's happened for women's boxing, and
No,
it's
no,
way
no, no, no,
better.
no, no.
It's way better than this shit.
When has women boxing had a legacy fight of names of this stature in its history?
It never
It's
has.
probably there you go.
And
So
that's because Layla Ali.
there's a it means something. It means something. Something like this is a table setter. If you look,
Right.
yeah, of course. boxing, like I said before, boxing is a cash grab for everybody. That's why the fucking Paul brothers are in it. Because they're filling a void of the big time fights that the men aren't getting the same anymore. And it's
Women's
yes,
boxing needs a thriller in Manila, bro, and it's not
that's
there.
it. What Jamal just said. What Jamal said is Clarissa doesn't have anybody in her weight class that could do what her versus Layla Ali could potentially do. Yes,
She
it's a
does
cash
have
grab.
Shadeja Green though. Shadeja Green beat Savannah Marshall,
But
right?
again, who is
But
Shadeja Green if you're not tuned in?
she
This is
has to.
kind of what
Clarissa
we're
has to
at.
fight
Like,
her. Yeah,
Layla,
Right,
she fights her. Maybe we'll see because that's
right.
a close fight to
Layla,
call.
right.
And she's at that point in her career where these risks are getting bigger and
what?
bigger to take these people
Hold on.
behind her. So she's
Wait
trying
a
to
minute.
cash out with so
Well,
Ty's a little bit right. She's trying to
and
cash out with Lil Ali because
I'm confused.
eventually that person
but
that
there's
number one
nothing
contender is
wrong
going to
with.
take you out.
But so
Yeah,
Jamal,
yeah.
is there something wrong with trying to cash out like that? Again,
What
we're
There's
does
not
talking
no
boxing.
there is nothing wrong. There is nothing
I'm
wrong.
confused though. What does her fighting Layla Ali do for anything? It does nothing for no one. What does her fighting
It
Layla Ali
sells,
do
man.
for anybody?
If Layla Ali says she's coming back into the ring, that's going.
Jake,
There's
Jake,
nobody else in women's boxing that's
and
gonna
Jake,
garner more eyes than that last name, man.
Jake
Yeah.
Paul just got 18 million for Serrano and Katie Holmes, and Jake Paul just did an all-women's card on Netflix. He can do that. Tell Clarissa to stop talking shit about Jake Paul and go over there and see what they team hitting for and get something like that done again. Another all-female card.
That would be a good thing. But Jake Paul
You
didn't have
know
to do
what
that
I'm saying?
because Serrano and Taylor was already that before Jake Paul got involved. People were
Layla
Right,
Ali
waiting for
ain't
that fight.
doing shit.
right.
Her
He
fighting
just
Layla
tagged
Ali
on.
ain't
Right,
doing.
right.
Her fighting Layla Ali ain't doing shit for nobody, but her pockets and Layla Ali's pockets. You gonna give a woman 15 million to fight one fight that been going for 18 years, and you got women out here killing each other. You got Serrano and Katie
All
Taylor
right.
putting on that fight
So
for
So
9
I know
million.
that, but
so
not to
so
Crazy.
segue. Them Saudis will do it because you saw what the Saudis
all right.
just said, right? The
So
Saudis said
so
pay-per-views ruin boxing. The Saudis said no more pay-per-view for boxing. We're going to
That's
give it
it.
right back to the people
so
because pay-per-views ruined it.
so Tyrone, here's what it is, right? So we're setting the scene of okay, Clarissa Shields beats what's the name? And all of these women that you're talking about, Shadeja Green and all of that, they're outside the ring watching the fight, talking shit after.
Yep,
There's your build.
yep.
There's your
And then on
there's your what
IG,
does there's
you're on
your what did
TikTok.
this do? There's your what did this do for women's boxing?
Yep.
They need these ancillary things that that the men fighters have been doing.
Right. You got to put these chicks in the audience at that time of the
Yes,
fight
put
so they can
put
see
them
it
in
because they do it
position.
for men's boxing all the time.
Yes. Put them in position to be noticed and recognized and seen and all that. Instead of
Put
being
them
like
on the undercard.
you have to
Yes.
be a pure well that too, but you gotta be a boxing purist to know who these other like you said, you just enlightened me to the few names except Serrano and Taylor. You just
Facts.
you enlightened me to the two names that okay, now a person like people like us, we might go back and go look for them.
Right.
But for the casuals, you got to be a household name.
Right.
You got to be somebody that people know. And that's so like I see what you're saying and yeah, this ain't going to do nothing for the sport. This is just going to do something for their wallets. Absolutely. But this very well is something for the sport that can do something for everybody if they set the table right. They
Right.
got to set the table right.
Right.
That's all it is. This is, I mean, for me, I'm gonna wrap this and say for me and say this is not nothing bad. This is an actual great thing for women's boxing because now just the talk alone is building energy to us paying attention to them.
Well, and you don't think that there would be no backlash if Layla beats Clarissa? You don't beats her
No,
bad.
no, I'm not saying that. There will
No.
be backlash, but also we can spend another 20 minutes to a half hour building the story behind how this could work with a loss from her. Because now we okay, Clarissa Shield gets one loss on her belt as a pro. Now we have to watch her climb back. Well, how does she recover after that? Then she
You're
starts to
going.
go backwards and fight these women that y'all mentioned before that she's already beat and
You
things
know
like
there's
that.
gonna be a rematch.
Because we have to
Either one
watch
of
the
them lose.
climb.
I just think that it would tear women's boxing apart if you telling me that a 48-year-old Layla Ali, 18 years out of boxing, can beat the greatest boxer currently.
No,
I
No,
think
because
but
there'll
she,
be more
that is
eyes
a
on
terrible
women's
spot.
boxing than there's
No,
ever been. There'll
is
I'm
be
it
just
more
plus?
saying,
eyes on
Ali,
women's boxing than there's
I'm
ever
just
been.
thinking that
Plus,
that'll
listen,
make women's
plus, y'all,
boxing a
plus,
clear joke to me.
but
Women's
not,
no,
boxing
no,
not,
has
but
become a clear joke to
also
me
too,
at
nah,
this point.
nah, but listen to this also too, because then if Layla can do that, it can also get these women to say, nah, Clarissa wasn't there, but I can damn sure take Layla.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You know what
You're
I'm
Listen,
right,
saying?
bro.
Like,
Layla wins. Layla wins, and she says, "I just got you all you other non-discriminatory bitches a check, because
That's
now
it.
everybody's coming.
and
Because
calls
now
them bitches in
everybody's
Layla
the
coming.
Ali,
process.
man,
And calls them
she
Now
bitches
comes
in
out
the
of
everybody's coming.
process.
shit
I just got
at
all of you on the
48
check.
or
Because
however
now
old she
everybody's
is. She
coming.
come out of there. She becomes the George Foreman of women's boxing, and she
Yeah.
comes out. And Clarissa Shields' whole legacy is shot if that happens, right? This turns into Rocky VI when he fought Mason the Dixon line, Mason line Dixon, right? That's Clarissa Shields, and then Layla Ali is going to immediately be offered triple that to fight somebody else
That's it.
Yeah.
right away.
Right.
It would inject life into more life into women's boxing, which they doesn't need because it's grown on its own.
Absolutely.
It is grown on its own. But your original point, Tyrone, is she being disrespectful to the Ali? A little bit, yes, a little bit.
I stand on this is what that's what boxing is. And boxing
It
needs
is challenging.
boxing needs fucking leagues. That's it.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
knocked me off the hill.
Boxing
It's what it is.
Yeah.
You also, all right, so this is a good segue because you also know who needs to get boxed in the head is RG3. That man needs to get touched. That man
shouts out
needs
to
to get touched.
They
shouts
called
out to
him Bob
Shaq.
Griffin. They said call him Bob Griffin.
I'm not talking about the Shaquille O'Neal bullshit that he put out there. Hey, you need to stop talking about my girl. Nah, shut the fuck up, Shaq. You ain't touching nobody. All right?
What?
Shaq ain't doing nothing, bro. Shaq ain't doing nothing.
Set the
Why you acting
table
like
while
Shaq
we
didn't put
talking
hands
about this,
on folks?
TJ. Set the table.
So RG3, Bob Griffin, said some very disparaging words about Angel Reese. It was bad. It was bad. Look it up. It was bad. All right. So you have a lot of people coming to Angel Reese's defense, which is applaudable. And Shaq went viral with his shit about RG3 Bob Griffith about keep her name out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So yes. And we seen RG3's wife. She can't beat nobody.
Side note, you see the size of this? You see the size of this giant?
She
That's
can't
my
beat
daughter's
nobody.
boyfriend. You see the size of this giant? Side note, there's Shaq right there.
Okay.
He'll
Okay.
tell. We'll tell Robert Griffin III that we'll send my man Danny over here to punch him in the face for talking shit.
Now, I have a question because I didn't see the last post that got Shaq upset. What was it about? He tried to call him a monkey or something like that.
No. Let me tell you what this fool did, and it's so outrageously stupid that it's insane. First of all, the first thing he did was he said she hates Caitlin Clark, and then he said it's not basketball hate, it's real hate. That was number one. That was crazy because he took it out of sports context and made it like she hates her in real life. Then he doubled down on it saying, oh, I know it's a basketball rivalry, but I know real hate when I see it. Like still taking it out of basketball. But then what he did was, so some people have been posting up, they've been teasing Angel Reese a lot about everything. So some people who took it racially posted pictures of her on the cover of NBA 2K26 as a monkey, right? And they said some racist stuff. She looks like a monkey. They posted pictures of her as a monkey. And here comes Bob Griffin coming to Angel Reese's defense, right? He's coming to Angel Reese's defense and he's going, hey, don't be racist to Angel Reese. Don't call her a monkey. Don't do racial stuff. We this is not about racism and all of this stuff. Which, first of all, you put the narrative out there that this black woman hates this white woman, right?
Didn't he also share that content too?
And then but then this is the thing. He shared the picture so that he can talk in a sense of trying to defend her. But even in his defense, this is what he said afterwards. Don't call her monkey. This isn't racist. Even though my family has been threatened for saying things about Angel Reese, and my wife has been threatened for saying things about Angel Reese, but that still doesn't lead to racism. And then he goes, and even though somebody in Angel Reese's camp told me personally that Angel Reese does in fact hate Caitlin Clark, we still can't make this about race. So what the fuck is going on with him?
Right. He's still pushing that narrative, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's pushing the narrative by trying to be like, you ain't heard it from me, but no,
Right.
nigga, we all heard it from you. We seen what you did. We seen the commentary. We seen the shit, and you earned the threat from Shaq. You earned the keep talking about her, or next time I see you, I'm gonna put hands on you.
But he thinks that we're so stupid that he can disguise it as a defense. Like, the reason why the racism shit is coming out about her is because you actually put that narrative out there yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to act. And then even in the defense of it, if he would have just said, yo, listen, I didn't mean it to be racist. Don't call Angel Reese no fucking monkey. And just left it at that, I'd be cool with it. Okay, man, you realize what you did. But to still double down, even though somebody in her camp did tell me I was right about her hating this white woman. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Nah, Tyrone, nah.
He's doubling down.
There's no putting it out there and then trying to turn it around. In this culture nowadays, you said it, either you stand 10 toes down on it or you apologize properly.
Right.
But then you can't turn around and then tell people how, again, it goes to you can't tell people how to react. You can't tell people how to feel after you done insulted them. You can't. It's like I tell people all the time, like, yo, you push somebody in the street, they turn around and pop you in the chest one time, with the pew pew. You can't tell that person, oh, you was wrong for shooting them. You should have never put your hands on me.
Facts.
You should have never put your hands on me.
Okay, well then stand on it then. If you're going to double down on it, double down on it. But don't try to act like you defending the girl. Don't try to act like you defending her. Don't try to act like you defending racism and all that. We ain't stupid. We ain't stupid.
Nah, Bob has painted himself in a corner. And I don't know if he's gonna have a job with one of these stations after this.
Oh, no.
He hasn't had a job with one of them. Yeah.
He will, because what Bob is doing is, what you call fatty liver, Jason Whitlock is getting long in the tooth, and
somebody needs
Edema or something's going to take him out. So Bob is trying to groom himself to be that one, And
but hey, keep going. I'm sorry.
And so he's trying to make a point for himself in that lane. Because Jason Whitlock got sugar, pressure, and cholesterol. Let's not even try.
Big three.
So how much more time he got. So,
but Shitlock, here's the thing.
Trying to get there.
Shitlock is on I think he's on the Blaze network. So he's on a network that ain't shit. That again goes back to our streaming conversation. You have to go find him to go listen to him. You have to go
but
find
every
him to
time
go
he
listen
says
to him.
something crazy, Dan, it pops up.
Yeah, because why?
It's YouTube.
Because
YouTube is doing well for him.
Exactly. Because the clips get clipped up, and controversy brings traffic. Clips get clipped up, controversy brings traffic. So that's what
skin, boy.
That's what Robert Griffin is gonna have to do, if that's the thing, because this is the level of media we're on. Ain't nobody gonna go get this guy now. There's clearly the reason why he's been let go at ESPN. There's a reason.
No.
And it's shit like this.
He works for Fox Sports right now. He's going to be there. He works for Fox Sports. He's one of their college football analysts.
You said it all. Fox.
He still works for Fox right now. If I'm Fox, I'm firing this dude. He ain't gonna be on my college.
Not in
this climate.
Not in this climate. The Fox base.
Yo, they only got like five analysts now.
But he works
Word.
for
Didn't they just,
he
they just
works for
fired like 5 people?
he works
Yeah.
for college. He works for college football though. He's a college football analyst. So you want to have a guy that's going to be on there doing college football analyst for young impressionable black men. A guy like that representing your stations for young
Wait a minute.
impressionable
Wait
black
a minute.
men.
He's a college
Yes.
football analyst, but he's
He's
commenting
perfect for
on
them.
the WNBA, bro.
Because he does a podcast and he's a dick. He's just trying to be relevant for his podcast show. And so
But,
that's
but
what
point is you said he works for Fox. It's Fox, like TJ said, he's talking to Fox's demographic
Yeah.
straight up and down, whether it's the football
And college
demographic
football.
or not.
And
Yes.
college football. College football is still a very fertile ground for motherfuckers like him. Look, Paul Feinbaum's still out there, and we already
Yep.
know what he's like, right?
Yep.
And now you got
Alabama.
Bob Griffin. Bob Griffin able to tweet monkey shit and throw bananas, and they can't. So they're gonna use a dark face to throw bananas for them.
Right. Why
Yep.
why do we have to do it if we got somebody on their own team to do it for him?
Yep.
That's what Shitlock's role was.
Yeah.
But, you know,
been
he's so
about that.
disgusting. People don't even they don't like him.
Yeah.
And don't be talking shit on Shaq. Shaq put hands on Kobe. Shaq put hands on Barkley. Shaq put hands on Brad Miller.
Shaq
So
is damn near
Shaq might
60,
put hands
bro.
on this
He ain't
boy.
fighting nobody, bro.
But you said,
Yes.
hold on, Tyrone. You was the first one to say Shaq ain't putting hands on nobody. But
When I
then
say
said
that?
don't talk shit. You said that at the beginning. You said Shaq ain't putting hands on nobody.
No, I said
Oh,
that.
no,
I said
TJ
that.
said that. Not me.
I said
Shaq
that.
put
I
hands on
said
people already.
I don't think he's putting hands on nobody.
Why
He
not?
can't afford to get himself fucked up.
He got the money.
Bob
He got
Griffin
the
is in
money
way
to whoop
better
somebody
shape
out.
than Shaq, bro.
Yo,
Let's
Shaq
get
enough
it twisted.
No,
Bob
no,
Griffin is
man.
in way better shape than Shaq,
Man,
bro.
get out of here, man.
He
Shaq
kicked
will take
Shaq
that
in the
man
knee, it's
around.
over.
Hey, yo,
You know
man.
what I'm
Man,
saying?
I think Shaq will step on Robert Griffin's feet and do him like one of those balloon dummy things.
You know how close Shaq got to get to Bob Griffin to do that?
Oh, so you
Yeah,
think
I
Bob
think-
been here, huh?
Shaq be trying to Shaq will tear ACL with them bad feet and knees. He got
Nah.
trying to swing on Bob.
Nope.
Hey, yo,
It'd be like a
Shaq-
road beast
You
from
ever
Voltron.
you ever see people win video game tournaments with Zangief? Shaq would be
Right.
just fine. Shaq would be just fine.
Plus, Shaq is just like George Foreman when he fought Michael Moore. He said, "I only needed one. You only needed one, bro."
That's
Shaq only needed
it.
one.
That's it. Nah, he don't want them Shaq-alicious problems. He don't need the diesel problems at all. He don't need it. And just they run in them circles, so he better hope he don't see it because Shaq got the money. See, Shaq got the money. This is where I'm gonna throw money in it. Shaq has
Yep.
the money to defend himself.
Yes.
Or not even defend himself, set shit off and pay for it later. He got
You're
the
right.
money to do that. He could give
Yeah.
up them Shackalicious gummies tomorrow. He still got 200 other companies today. He just fine. He'd be just fine if he
Shaq ain't
assaulted
losing no
Robert
money.
Griffin.
Yeah. Shaq ain't losing no money. So, I mean, what he's doing is egregious on many levels. And like we said, he talked to a certain base, and he'll be around because he can talk to that base, plus of who he's married to. So I don't even know what it's like in the crib for Bob, but it must be hysterical because she's probably saying wild shit to this dude, and he's just like, yes. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the part that Ryan Griffin III freaking introduced in this is that, like, you know, he's I said Ryan Griffin. I
Yeah.
meant to say Ryan Clark.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Ryan Clark introduced that aspect of things. It's like, yo, like it looks like he's doing things to appease the white side of the family.
But yeah, because a black
I wouldn't be
wife would tell
surprised.
you to shut the fuck up. A black wife would have told him, "Yo, shut the fuck up. Go apologize." Like you can't.
A black
say
wife
that.
wouldn't allow him to say anything, bro. What are you
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
fucking up the bag. Don't
and
fuck
that's
up
all
the
Ryan
bag,
Clark-
bro. She's not
and
letting
that's
him
all
go
Ryan
out there and
Clark-
say wild shit.
And all Ryan Clark was saying was, if you want to talk about women, And the woman that you have at home can't help you with what you're saying because she's white. That's all what he was saying. He was like, you're talking in a woman's space, and you have a woman at home that's your wife that you're supposed to be able to confide in, and she's white, so she's not in that woman's space. So that's all Ryan Clark was saying was like, you're not in position to say nothing, bro. You shut the fuck
Right.
up.
And let's not get it twisted. I'm gonna be that guy right now. There are even white women that'll tell their black husbands, "Yo, shut the fuck up. Yeah, and yo,
Yeah,
you
but
shouldn't be talking like that."
yeah, but
If
we
you
know
have
his
the right wife, if you have the right wife, that's a true ally like that.
It's not even that. It's the right relationship. If your wife can even say that to you, right?
here's the problem. We
Right.
So
knew
she was, and she was in the video
right,
in the back. So it kind of it makes it look like she condoned everything
right,
he said.
Oh,
right.
absolutely, she did.
That's what I'm saying. That was my point I was gonna
Absolutely,
make.
she did.
We already knew she wasn't the right white wife because she was in the background
Yeah,
laughing
and
when he
I
said
wasn't
it.
making that statement to try to give us to shoot us some bail. Not at all.
No,
It
no,
is a clear
she's not an
sign of
ally.
yeah,
She's
it's
not
a
an
clear
ally, but
sign. It's a clear
yeah,
sign of not. It's a clear sign of
yeah.
not. But I'm just saying there are shouts out to our homegirl Nicole Porter. She would be one of them to tell you what the fuck is wrong with you.
Yep,
Straight up and down.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we know people personally like this shit that'd be like, nah, nigga. Nah, they wouldn't say nigga, but they'd be like, nah, son. You know what I'm saying? We know people personally like this shit of all cultures. You know what I'm saying? Of all cultures. Even my wife, Puerto Rican, she would look at me and be like, but I wouldn't even go that way because that's not me. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
only your wife, but your family. You got daughters, bro. They're all looking at you crazy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
dad, word? You know
You would
what
You
think.
I'm
got the
saying?
Yeah, you would
You're
think.
not
But
winning that argument.
there are families out there that's like, yep, yes, daddy, whatever daddy says, and we can see it by way of these MAGA families. They got
yep.
I've been seeing fucking videos of kids at like these fucking Charlie Kirk events talking right wing shit like they know no, you don't know. You just know what your parents told you.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. They don't know no better. They they grew up on a plantation. You can't blame them.
Exactly.
But like, you know what I mean? They don't know the world is outside.
That's what
But
that's what I
No.
was saying.
RG3, excuse me, Bob Griffin, whatever his middle name is, Herman or whatever. You know,
Bob Clarence the third.
he
Bob
should know better,
Thomas.
but he does know better. And the funky thing is, you know, that's just he's completely gravitating towards that lane of shitlock and
But
Fox. Please
here,
pick me, give me a job.
here's
Yeah.
the
I'll talk
crazy.
bad about them colors. I'll talk bad about them colors if you want me to.
But he,
Hmm.
but he also don't realize that he negated any reason for anyone to feel sorry for him. He said that after he said that about Andrew Reese, he was getting death threats. People were threatening his wife. People were threatening his family. He's been going through a lot of backlash after that. But he doubled down on it anyway. So you don't give a
You don't
fuck, bro.
care. He's still
you,
getting a check.
you know what I
And
He's
mean?
still
yo,
getting a check, bro. You only
and
care when the money stops. If the money
let's
ain't
call
stopping, then why do you
let's
care?
call let's call this shit out, please. Because why is it always instant that as soon as you say something negative, people come out immediately and claim that they get death threats?
Because they listen, they
I
do.
don't believe that. I don't believe that 100%. And I'm sorry. If I'm getting to the point now because this is where everybody culturally turns around and says death threats, death threats, death threats. Show us these fucking threats.
I was about to
If
say,
people are, no, and I'm saying no, and I mean that. Like
I believe you.
yeah,
if people are allegedly quote unquote death threatening you, allegedly death threatening you, show these messages
yeah.
because if they're willing to put themselves out there to give you these death threats, then why should they care if you revealed who the fuck they? Why should you care if you reveal who these people are? Expose these people so we know who's giving these fucking threats.
That's it.
Right.
Because here's what I'm saying: if you, the way my mindset goes, if you put a death threat on my family, either I'm going to find you or I'm going to call the police. I'm not letting that slide. Like you're not just going to be like, You're not going to death threat my family, and I'm just going to let it slide. I'm coming to
And I'm
find you
gonna expose,
personally, or I'm
and
calling
I'm
the
gonna
police.
expose your ass.
But something
Right.
gonna
You
happen.
gotta expose
Right.
their asses.
Right. People got to lose jobs behind that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something gotta happen to you. You think somebody could just type in, "Oh, I'll kill you and your wife and your kids," and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, cool."
Exactly.
No, we handling this,
Exactly.
bro.
People coming out talking about, oh, I'm apologizing because my family received. No, no, you said it. You said it.
Mhm.
Stand 10 toes on it.
Yeah, stand on it. Yup.
If you felt you were dead wrong, I'm a person that's quick to apologize if I noticed I did wrong. 100%. I just did it the other day at work for some shit that was light. But if I was wrong, I'm going to sincerely apologize for the shit. But if
That's
you're
called
talking
cognitive dissonance, Dan.
if
When
you're
you don't
talking
acknowledge when
difference,
you're wrong.
exactly. If you're talking, oh, I'm apologizing because my family's at risk. No, if your family's at risk, it's okay. Apologize if you're sincere about it,
He
but
never
expose those.
apologized about the words he said to get the death threats, though.
Exactly.
He
Expose the
never
people who are,
apologized for that shit.
but expose the people who are threatening you.
He
That's
didn't.
it. Why are you hiding them?
He didn't
And that goes
apologize
for.
because he ain't wrong. He said somebody that's Angel Reese's camp told him that she hates cats, like verified that
Expose
she
that
hates
Well,
cats.
motherfucker.
So
he's
he ain't
Expose
wrong.
wrong.
everybody. Whistleblower.
You
Do
know,
But
you
it.
know,
why?
this
But,
it's crazy, right? Like this was supposed to be. And it's just goes to show the climate that we're living in, right?
Right.
Because this was supposed to be the next Larry Bird and Magic Johnson rivalry. You know that women's basketball needed, and for them to turn it into this, man, it's upsetting. You
It's
know,
but
because
it's
of MAGA.
also, yeah,
It's MAGA shit.
yeah.
This is
yeah,
that climate, that cult that has to go. And the thing is, the champion that MAGA wants is not even down with them.
Right.
yeah.
That's the
But it
funky shit.
just
So she catching that hell. She can't even be a part of it. She just want to shoot from three and complain to refs. That's all
Yeah.
she
and
want to
and
do.
Jamal, and funny enough, it is exactly like Magic and Bird because Magic was the difference is it's not exactly because the difference is Magic was accepted by everybody. We all remember the scene from Do the Right Thing. We all remember
Mhm.
that scene. You know, he is looked at as different, but you for damn sure, white people were riding for Larry Bird the way that they were trying to ride for Caitlin Clark. The
Yeah.
difference is, again, Larry Bird wasn't for that shit either.
No, no.
Right. Right.
Larry
Right.
wasn't for that shit either. Why?
Absolutely
Because
right.
Larry honed his game off of playing with black folks. And he would humiliate everybody in the league on some openly on the court. How dare you put this man on me? You're disrespecting me.
By putting a white man in varsity.
You know what I'm
hmm
saying? You know, he
Absolutely.
will call it out. So it's this thing is similar even in this case. The difference is the social media and instant access to everybody's opinions and feelings. It's
Yep.
like I say it each and every week to a topic that we talk about on here. It's just like Compton. We're running it's same shit, just different era, different time space, different mediums, and for these things to come out. We've seen this before. We've seen it. And shouts out to Caitlin Clark for stepping up and standing up and calling out all the people who inspired her, everybody who paved the way for her. She did that. It just goes back to what Jamal just said about Caitlin Clark right now is she's trying to play fucking freestyle ball by herself, throwing her hands up when she's missing these shots now. Because this ain't Iowa no more, baby. It
No,
ain't
but she just
Iowa
wants
no
to hoop.
more.
She just wants to hoop, though. She doesn't want to get caught in the politics. You know what I'm saying?
No. She got no. She don't want to do that, and it's not. It's actually not fair to her. Um, but again, MAGA conservatism shit. They look for they're addicted to rage, so they look for something that's complained about everywhere they go and everything. It's like motherfuckers saying movies are woke. This is everything is woke. These motherfuckers look at a cucumber and say it's woke because it's big.
Look,
Right?
I'll tell you something.
Yo,
I'll tell
clip
you something.
that part. Clip that part right there.
I'll tell you something that ain't woke. I'll tell you something that's real sleepy right now, and that's All-Star games. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's to the point where we shouldn't even have All-Star games because the WNBA tried their best to make the All-Star game something. They said, hey, we're gonna take out foul shots, we're gonna take out free throws. So if you get fouled, it counts. So, we're going to, and the reason why I like the WNBA All-Star games because they were good games. They actually fought, they actually played. And then they came up with this whole theory now. We're going to take out free throws, we're going to add a 4-point shot, and we're going to shorten the shot clock to make it fast-paced, to make it more exciting. And that game, man.
Listen, the Major League All-Star game just happened a week ago, okay? The American League was down 6-0, tied the game up, went into extra innings, and then they had a swing off. Okay? That shit was exciting, bro. That shit was exciting because they had literally a home run contest to decide who the winner of the game was. You're not getting that in these other leagues. You're not getting that type of excitement.
I was gonna say, man, NBA knows how to fix the All-Star game, but they don't want to do it because all you have to do is take a page out of MLB, But you take a page out of MLB, it's gonna diminish. It's gonna diminish the regular season.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. When we watch All-Star games,
I disagree.
No. When we watch All-Star games coming up, it was competitive, and we wanted. If you had an East Coast team, you was repping the East, bro. Just like the West was repping the West.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that if you make it to where East versus West, whoever wins gets Game 7 in the finals, that's going to diminish the regular season champion who bust their ass to get home court advantage the whole way through.
It does not. It does not diminish it at all. It makes it exciting. And because the problem in most of these all-star game things is, and like TJ was trying to say, is back in the day, the players actually had pride in putting in a performance to want to win because motherfuckers didn't want to lose. Now,
Right.
I'm not saying the whole, oh, this is because the generation's all buddy buddy and yada yada yada. No, the players gotta want to win. There's a bigger check on the end of the at the end of the line for you if you win.
Right.
Put some fucking effort into actually wanting to win. And then, yes, if you got to incentivize it by, I'm going to put my division in position to get a Game 7, then so fucking be it.
Even if your team is ass, you want your team, you want your fucking squad to represent in the finals. You know what I'm saying?
So All-Star game winners don't receive a check at the end of the All-Star game?
Yes, that's what I just said. They
than
receive a check. Yes.
Really ain't enough.
I'm so confused right now as to why y'all don't think that this would influence regular season. If I'm a team that knows that we can win the championship and we can be number 1 seed, but the All-Star game is going to determine who's the number 1 seed in the finals, then that does diminish the regular season because
no. That means if you are All-Star, you're gonna bust your ass to make sure your team gets the fucking number 1 seed, dogs.
There you go.
You're not leaving it up to chance. You're not leaving it up to chance.
Here's the problem. If my team wins 65 games, we the best team in the NBA all season in the regular season, right? And we go to the NBA finals and we not the number 1 seed just because we lost the All-Star game.
Why didn't you play harder in the All-Star game? Why didn't you play harder in the All-Star game?
It don't matter how hard you play. Michael Jordan lost All-Star game.
It does matter.
Michael Jordan lost All-Star game.
Because if you know you on a team that got 3 of your people on the All-Star fucking roster, we going out here to get this fucking dub.
Michael Jordan lost All-Star games. You said Michael Jordan lost All-Star games, but Michael Jordan also still was as everybody claims, the ultimate competitor. He still went out there and played like if it was a real fucking game.
Right.
That's the point that's trying to be made, regardless.
The point I'm trying to make is that sometimes it don't matter how hard you play. You can still lose an All-Star game. And now your team bust their ass all year to win 65 games to make sure that they was the number one seed in the finals, and they lost it because somebody hit a lucky three-pointer at the end of an all-star game. Fuck that. That's not going to work out.
But it worked for baseball.
It worked for
Oh.
baseball.
I'm not sure with the NBA because by the time when you get during the All-Star break in the middle of the season, really there's maybe 2 teams per conference that even think they have a shot at getting to the finals.
Right.
So I don't know if there's enough players on those teams in the All-Star game to play that
Here's the,
hard, but
here's the one thing that none of y'all are mentioning though. If you're that quote unquote team that makes the 65 wins or whatever, right? You're still going to go with the confidence that ain't nobody gonna beat me anyway, no matter whose court we're on.
True.
You
So
still,
you go
you
out
still
there,
don't want-
you gotta put some incentive to give these people some fucking drive.
you still would be salty as hell if you got the game 7 in the finals and you was playing on somebody else's court because of the All-Star game. You're gonna be salty about that.
So you gotta look at your 2 All-Stars and be like, yeah, yo, man, you're the reason why
Or
we here.
We're,
You're the reason
or
why we here.
we're
or
assuming we see now also too. We're assuming that the team with the 65 wins is going to have multiple players on this All-Star team. All right,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Oh, they
you may have
definitely
1 or
will.
2 players.
we're assuming that, right? Because there are times where I mean it's very rare that best team or whatever does not have players in the All-Star game. So
Look at the Celtics. The Celtics had 3 All-Stars this year, right?
yeah.
The Knicks came and mopped them up, right?
Mm.
So now they inherit that, right?
Okay.
OKC didn't have three players going to the All-Star break. Cleveland didn't. I don't know. I don't think Cleveland had 3 players going to the All-Star break.
I think 2.
2, right?
Mm.
So you're getting the best of the best of your conference going against the best of the other conference. You want to see a competitive battle, bro. You don't want to see these guys just chucking threes from half court. You want to see these guys ball out. This is for the fans. It's legitimately for the fans. This is what the people pay for.
Right.
I want to see you go at just right when Kyrie was crossing people over in the All-Star game, chopping them up. They want to see that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Just like when Iverson and Marbury brought the East back from the it was down like, I don't know, 15, 18 points or some shit like that. You want to see that shit, bro. You want to see the best going at the best. These guys are worrying about getting injured,
Getting embarrassed.
playing it too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be right when the regular season starts. When the regular season starts again, that's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It's a lot to do with ego too, because that's the same reason why. That's the same problem we have with the slam dunk contest. Like growing up, it was the best high flyers in the game. Mike, Dominique, every year. That's why I felt good. I mean, I was kind of happy with Jaylen Brown a couple of years ago in the slam dunk contest. I'm like, okay, at least we got one All-Star in here that's willing to try to make a difference or whatever. But it's All-Star game. I mean, slam dunk contest now is a bunch of no names, end of the bench players that probably set it off in practice.
The last good dunk contest was your man when he was in Orlando.
Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
Yeah, Zach LaVine. That shit was real. They were really going for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it goes back to what O just said, and I've been saying that shit for years. It's all of this All-Star shit is ego. And today's ego is different from our era ego, because our era's ego was, it's a game. We don't like to lose. I want to win. Today's ego is not that. It's, they want to stay healthy. They want to do this. They want to protect the check. There's a lot of other shit. I've described how many times on here how the NBA could fix the dunk contest, because you don't have your superstar names going in, no problem. Offer the spots to the freestyle. Just get rid of the NBA players doing it. Have the NBA players fucking vote on it. Invite these freestyle dunkers
You cannot.
if you want to spice it up.
Yeah. I'm an advocate for saying fuck the dunk contest because you cannot fix it. We've seen every dunk. There's nothing that's going to excite us no more as far as dunking is concerned. There's no more dunk.
You have to watch. You have to watch these freestyle cats. There's dunks, but you're not seeing them
You're
from
not seeing them.
NBA
These
players.
guys are
That's
doing
it.
amazing shit, bro. These guys are doing
These
amazing
cats,
shit.
I'm talking about cats who just train specifically on
Yep.
dunking.
Yep.
Bring them in for the spectacle, and then that's it. Cut them nice checks. Thank you
They
for
may
your
even get a
service.
contract.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they don't
well,
gotta pay these guys much. They don't gotta the check can be for $250. And them guys would be more than happy to take that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Recognition.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need something at risk that helps each conference, all the teams. Maybe
There you
something
go.
like the loser of the All-Star game, automatically that conference gets 5 of their wins turned into L's. You know what I mean? Something
Or
like
You're right.
some shit like that.
Or the top
Or
seed gets
you
bumped
win.
down to 4, some shit like
Yeah,
that.
you
know what I'm saying?
you get 5 L's turned to W's. Because that's the difference of making the playoffs or not, or shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's got to affect all of them.
But
Yeah.
because I was just saying, I watched that WNBA All-Star game, and I'll put it to you like this: the winning team scored 151 points, and it was women's basketball WNBA game. It was outrageous, dude. All they were doing was getting in that 4-point circle and just throwing them up. That's what the whole game was. It was either a 4-point shot or a fucking layup. And the problem with the game was, if you took a 4-point shot and you missed it, one of the other team members was already racing down the court, so they were throwing full court passes to layups all night, the whole game. It was a 4-point shot layup.
That sounds fun to me.
It was terrible.
It sounds fun to me, but you know, it's bad. But again, it's bad when you don't have competition. Like people aren't playing competitively.
Right.
People aren't. You made the game fun. You made an NBA Jam. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying NBA Jam for dunking. I'm just saying NBA Jam was the most fun basketball game I think any of us played that wasn't named Street or something like that.
No, but that's what the players were saying. All the players that were being interviewed for that game were saying, yo, we was having a great time. We was throwing up them 4-point shots. We was running down court, up and down court. We was having a whole lot of fun. Yeah, it was fun for the players. It wasn't fun for the people watching that shit.
No. Let's say it right. Let's say this properly. It wasn't fun for you. Because I'm sure that there was some kids out there that liked it. It wasn't fun for you.
I doubt that. It was not likable. It was not likable, bro. It was
you didn't want to see it. You didn't want to see a track meet.
It wasn't basketball. It was like something else. It was crazy.
Well, we're gonna stay in the NBA. And this man went back to his former team like a scorned girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Why y'all messing with old Eddie Kane Jr., man?
My man Damian Lillard is back in Portland. And he got done dirty in Milwaukee. Let's not sugarcoat it. He got done dirty in Milwaukee. But him going back to Portland, I think he could have went to a few other places other than Portland to go back to. But he went back to where the people showed him the love the most.
I was gonna say it's easy to say he could have went anywhere, but who wanted him? He's one of them players who's
Boston can use him right now. Boston can use him right now.
But he's not ready right now though.
And who wanted him? Because it's easy.
Bum leg, short player. Yeah, there's a lot of age. You're
gonna have to pay him for a year.
I get it, but your man's gonna give you 30 at any given night. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know that. He's coming off he's coming off a bad bootstrap, bro. So that could be
what he had the blood clot, right?
No, man, he had
ACL.
So we don't know. He didn't have the full Achilles, right? That wasn't him, right?
No, he had a blood clot at the end of the season that just pushed him out of the playoffs.
No, it was an Achilles tear.
No, he's got.
Oh yeah, so definitely, if it's Achilles, man, you can't. Yeah, nobody gonna take that risk on a small man at his age with his price tag.
But if he goes to a better team, you don't have to pay him the money that Portland's paying him.
You got to pay him
No,
for at least a year, though. Nobody wants that. Everybody's worried about the apron right now, so
Right.
they're not going to dedicate that type of money.
Apron screwing up the game, man.
well,
Yes,
now
sir.
here's my problem. Is like Milwaukee Bucks spent like $70 million to buy him out, to release him, right? So the Milwaukee Bucks didn't even feel like he had trade value. They spent $70 million to get rid of him. They spent $70 million to say,
Listen,
we're gonna
listen.
buy
The
you out.
Phoenix
You don't even
Suns paid Bradley Beal what $93 million?
That's my thing, though. There was no market. You're telling me there was a market for Dame Lillard? I don't think there was, because why would the Milwaukee Bucks spend $70 million to get him to
Why
buy him?
get rid of him then? Why get rid of him then?
No, listen. They spent $70 million to get him out of his contract so that they can release him. You don't think that before they made that decision to spend that money that they was trying to see, that they didn't ask people, they didn't shop my man?
Of course,
They
of
shopped
course,
him.
but that's
He didn't have no
but
buyers.
of course, and that's why I said the comment before. But who wanted him? And
Nobody.
that's the deal. And that's the deal. That's real. The real conversation in this is this has been like the past 2 weeks of buyouts. Because
Yes.
we got him, like TJ mentioned, we got Bradley Beal, who just got bought out of Phoenix, and we don't know where he's gonna sign. Like, shout outs
Going
to
to the
Jamal
Clippers.
Ship. Shout out to he might be signing with the Clippers. Shout out to Jamal, posting the Gilbert Arenas video about Marcus Smart. Like, it was like, who knew Marcus Smart was still in the league? He just got bought out, and he's probably signing with the Lakers and stuff. It's like a
That's a
lot of
good
these.
deal.
This might be the wave for a lot of these people who are the aging veterans, that it's like nobody wants you. You have no trade value. And it's crazy to say that about a Bradley Beal or a Dame Lillard, but Bradley Beal didn't help his cause in Phoenix,
Well,
plus injury. You know, what's the name? Dame Lillard didn't help his cause in Milwaukee with injury and all of that stuff. So yeah, this is just a sign of the tides changing of, yo, we're not, people ain't going with this shit no more.
and TJ, to your point, why not keep him? Milwaukee not doing Dame dirty. They actually doing him justice. They bought his contract out, and they're taking on some of his contracts so that he can go to another team. They're helping him out. But here's the thing: why they didn't keep him is because Giannis was disgruntled. Okay,
But Giannis was upset they let him go.
Here's the thing: Giannis was disgruntled. Giannis wants to win now. You got Dame Lillard taking up all of that money, and you also got Dame Lillard, who's not going to be able to play next season. So he's not helping Giannis out. He's not helping the Bucks out at all for at least another whole year. They didn't win with him, and Giannis is disgruntled. So right now they're saying, yo, we're going to get rid of Dame because he can't help us, and we're going to try to get some people in here. We got Miles Turner, and we're going to try to use that money to get some other people in here to help Giannis out because we don't win now. We
To
don't
help,
win now.
let's say it right.
Let's say they let him go.
Let's say it right though.
They let him go.
Let's say it right to help Giannis stay. Let's say it right to help Giannis stay.
That part. The quiet part I laugh.
No, they want to help you. They want to help Giannis stay, but the only way to help Giannis stay is to basically say, hey, we got a team that can contend here.
Yes, I'm agreeing with you. But they're not doing this just to help Giannis out. They're doing this to keep Giannis in the fold.
Same difference. I mean, but
because it's you can be thinking, hey, look, we're trying to do this to help you. We're trying to do this to get you going along. But then he's not happy with the moves that they made, and he still leaves anyway.
Well, he's saying but he's saying, okay, so he didn't want them to get rid of Dame. But the thing is, you can't say you want to contend and keep Dame on that team when he's not playing next season at all. You can't do that.
Right. Yeah, 1,000%, 100%.
And
100%.
And yeah, why not? And I don't understand why not. Why are people mad about this? Dame's family is important. His kids is important. They loved him important for years. He's making more money than he would make going to any other team. And he's going back to the team where he can retire there, and it's going to look good for his career. He ain't winning no championships nowhere else. Where's Dame going? He's going to win a championship.
Question.
If we say the veterans minimum.
Where?
Question. Who's mad at this?
No, I'm just saying TJ act like
You
he had
said,
an attitude about it just now, and people were saying stuff
oh,
about it.
because I was gonna
And
say
people,
I haven't heard a single person mad about this happening.
well, no, I'm saying
You
people saying
said
that
people.
because
You
Dame,
said people. Nah, you said people are mad at this. No,
yeah, people were,
you know.
no, when I was watching the sports shows, they were saying
He
like, why
said
would
TJ had
Portland?
an attitude about
TJ had an
it.
attitude. He did. TJ clearly had an attitude about it. Don't even try to front. But no, on the sports shows, people were saying like, why would Portland do this? And then people were talking about like why are they doing this like it was a problem. And I'm just saying Portland is just showing them respect, and Portland is trying to put some more asses in the seats. They know Dame coming back is going to get their fan base back on their side a little bit.
Exactly. Welcome home,
Yeah,
Dame Dollar.
but this ain't about no championship or nothing. This for Dame being comfortable. Portland paying them good money. The Bucks helped them out. This is a nice thing. It's nice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he never sold his house in Portland to begin with.
Right. But just the whole everybody mad. Like I hate when people say that, like, like how people be online talking about so many people were hitting me up asking me my opinions on this. Nobody hit you up. You just wanted to be in the
Damn.
Joneses. You just wanted to be in the conversation. Nobody hit you up. Nobody was mad at the comments and nobody, no, you just wanted to be in the algorithm talking and be a part of the conversation. Nobody was mad.
People do have the sentiment that TJ had. I've had people say, "Oh, Milwaukee did Dame dirty," so people have said that, and that's not the case. Milwaukee didn't do him dirty. They actually helped my brother out.
Yeah, they paid him.
Well, expose those people. Expose those people. Just like
TJ,
how we, just like how we said, just like how we said, we got to expose the death threat people. Just like how MAGA refuses to expose the Epstein list.
Oh boy.
Moving it along, since we're getting almost to there, and this is gonna wrap it up. The Mandela Effect. Whew. I know, Ty, you had some.
The MAGDela Effect.
The MAGDela Effect. I know, Dan, you got something on that. I know Jamal got something to say about that. And
But the MAGDela Effect that they're trying to pull on us right now is all of a sudden, Senor Trump, the Orange Cheeto Chief in Chief, is telling us that the Epstein list is now a hoax. This whole Epstein conversation
they're
is a
upset with
hoax.
him, Dan. They're
All of
upset with
this,
him behind that shit.
yes, all of this is a hoax. It's all a hoax all of a sudden. Just because Daddy Trump told them that, there's no worries, nothing to see here type shit. No, 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 no. When your own person on your squad, Pam Bondi, said years ago, I got
They
the
can't
list right here,
stand
right
on it.
now. I got this shit on my desk right now. Now all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. He's now all of a sudden Trump said, I never wrote him no pictures. Who writes a picture? Jamal, who writes pictures, Jamal? We
Right.
draw pictures. Who writes pictures?
Trump
The
does.
thing is, at this point, it's only his own people who are asking for that. We just for everybody else just said, okay, this people did their job. They voted for corruption. Let them have their corruption. But they starting to eat each other for dinner, and it's glorious. And he promised those people all this Epstein shit. He ran on it, and now he can't turn the switch off, and they turning on him. Fox News is turning on him, right? Wall Street Journal put that letter out there. He's trying to sue the Wall Street Journal. That's Rupert Murdoch and Fox News. it ain't gonna work. You rev the crowd up. You promised the crowd, all this red meat of blood of all this trafficking and all this stuff, and made them believe that it was all these liberals who were doing it and stuff. Not they want the stake now.
You can't promise shit if you're on the list, bro.
That's right. That's it. And we just watch this train crash slowly. Just sit back. Everybody stay the fuck out of it. Let them fight each other and whatever. It's going horribly. And he's the Manchurian candidate. Those dudes put him in there to get their agenda across, and now they're gonna try and get rid of him and put JD Vance in. But just watch it crumble. They can't these folks collectively can't run a McDonald's. So trying to run the country, it's funny watching this shit. But yeah, they trying to play this thing. Oh, we were lied to. Fuck all of y'all. No.
What?
Y'all knew it was up from the
hold on,
beginning.
Tyrone.
Go for it.
How,
No, I was gonna say well, go ahead, Tyrone, and then I'll throw it to O.
oh, before just one thing. I'm kind of happy that the list ain't coming out because I believe that a lot of heroes and a lot of people's heroes and a lot of people that are
It's only one side of heroes, bro. It's only one side of heroes, bro.
I'm just saying.
Nah.
I'm just saying that. Look, I'm gonna just say it like this. When I heard that shit about my man Cosby, bro, for a little minute, bro, I had to go in the bathroom and like get myself together. Because Cosby was my dad, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go in the bathroom and like make sure I wasn't teared up when I first heard it.
He was like, not my dad. Not my
Yeah,
dad.
right. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people that might be in that Epstein list that might have me in the bathroom. So like, damn. You know what I mean?
He's like, you know how much jello put it on them butt in my life?
I don't want to deal with that again, man. That hurt my body a little bit.
That's what the Trump supporters are going through right now, though. What you're saying is exactly what they're going through right now.
Yeah, they're gonna find out.
Listen,
their hero lied to them, and now they don't know what to do with themselves.
Listen, your man went public and said he just shitted on his own people. He was like, yo, all these false shit, it never happened, it never existed. And dude, for those of you who believe that are not my supporters anymore. He literally said that. He literally said that. He's going to England, I think, next week. And they're putting billboards and bus stop signs of him and Epstein arm in arm at the bus stop.
Yep.
Pictures, bro. Pictures.
He's gonna cut that trip short.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
So, I wanted to ask you, because this is the type of stuff you be talking to your. What has been the conversation between your parents, your father, and shit about this? Like, I know y'all been going in on this.
It's pretty similar to what we're all talking about. Like, listen, like same thing you guys were saying, man. In the beginning, you guys were Trump and his followers were all like, yo, hey, bring it out. Let's see it. But now that it's starting to come to fruition, now it's whoa, we still talking about this? Yeah, we're still talking about this. I'm sorry, Tyrone was talking about your heroes. Listen, the way I see it is collateral damage. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it.
At this point, we need to know.
If former presidents was at the island and they're gonna get hit too, I mean, oh well.
Listen,
I know one nigga who wasn't on that island on that plane. I know one president, and Michelle had his ass at home. Yep. So
I mean, yeah, man, it's very interesting in my house right now, man, because we're all that's all we're talking about right now.
I think a lot of this
out of himself.
I think a lot of this list too, though, is going to be like on some like Diddy party shit, though.
Yes.
How much
at a higher tier, a higher echelon.
Yeah, because it's like how many of these people are quote unquote booked on these lists that just attended parties?
But
they saw what was going on, Dan.
If that was what was in the open, yes. And I'm not shooting this no bail. Don't get me wrong, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that was like, I attended the Epstein party, but I was gone before the shit went. The same way people talking to Diddy parties.
They're all gonna say that.
But here's the thing. So here's the facts. Marlon Wayne said he's been at plenty of Diddy parties, but he ain't never seen no shit like that, and he always left early, right? Now, here's the thing. If I'm in the industry, if I'm any kind of entertainer or in the industry or anything, Diddy, Epstein, or any kind of party like that, before we knew what was really the parties was for and all that, I'm going. I 100% would have been in those buildings, bro. Okay? But I'm not the type of dude that's going to participate in any fucked up shit. So yeah, I would have been in the building, and I would have been the same guy that would have been like, oh shit, this looks weird.
Would you be in the building if you knew beforehand what was going on? Because I'm pretty sure the check was long and large before they got on that flight, bro.
This is
Take
what
it
I'm
easy.
saying. You have to, so you have to, so you have to make. Here's the thing. So you have to make an assumption that the people who were there knew what was going on to be there. And
Absolutely.
but
You
that's an
know who he
assumption.
was performing in front of?
I know, but that's an
There's
assumption.
plenty of
That,
entertainers that was on that list that was there for strictly for singing, doing comedy, and they was in and they was out. But they didn't. You can't tell me they didn't know what the fuck was going on because that's why they was in and out.
but that's an assumption that you
Why?
have.
Why are you in and out if it was going to be a good time? You don't leave a good time.
But if you're guilty, you're gonna lie on that assumption. You're gonna be like, I ain't know what the fuck was going on. I went to the party
Absolutely.
and I left, and that's what you're gonna get.
Nah,
What it's
but
going to
Listen, one
affect
thing-
is the
one thing-
people
one thing- one
who
thing y'all-
continually
one thing
top of the
y'all-
list.
One thing y'all forgetting to mention, man, like, you know, an Epstein party. If you see something that you don't like at an Epstein party, it's not like you just hop in your car and go. They was on an island.
Right.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Hey,
Exactly.
So he's on the
yo,
island.
I'm out.
listen, they be like, where Elizabeth at? Where Elizabeth at? I'll be outside sleep on the fucking hammock. You'll find me outside in there. Elizabeth sleep on the hammock outside. I might can't leave the island, but I can leave the fucking house. So
Listen,
You need
sleeping in a
witnesses to that,
suite.
man.
Listen, sleeping in a suite like he was promised to do a show, bro. You leave in the morning like everybody
Man,
else.
you'll be out there swimming back across to the mainland, and then people pulling you in, talk about what's going on. Like you can't believe you can't believe all the shit that I done seen. I done, and like, yeah, right, yeah, okay. I heard about all of no, my brother. They all have that get out look on their face. Nah,
You
fuck
can't
that
do
shit.
that. You can't do that, man. Like once you get invited to an island, you know what it is, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Your people ain't booking you for these shits if they don't know what it is. And if they did, then you need to fire your manager. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what it is before you get there. So all I'm doing is performing, doing a 30-minute set, and I'm out the next day. Yes, you're on the boat the next day. All right. Give me my check, and that's it.
One thing we haven't mentioned, right? Just imagine all those people that are more powerful than Trump, okay? That is ringing his phone down like, yo, you better not let this thing come out.
That's what's going on because
100%.
these are the people who own industries that employ millions. So
Yeah.
100%.
if those industries are open to being sued for personal damage, that means millions upon millions of job loss. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
and all of that is coming out. I mean, that all of that is just coming out by way of that shows him guilty is way of the moves politically that he's been making. All his political moves to just show
for
this
sure,
is to cover the people that are his air quotes friends. That's
Here's
all
a
this
gonna
shit has
perfect.
happen is
been.
it'll
Okay.
come out. Stuff will come out, right? But the folks who pay the most to get their name off the list will be safe, and there's going to be a handful of sacrificial lambs, and that's how it's going to work.
Exactly. And what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to keep all the quote unquote Democratic names on there, the people who didn't support me names.
Right.
They're going to
Right.
put all of those people out there because
Correct.
why? Because I have to get my base back.
And then there's going to be a fight for the unredacted stuff they put out. Because a
Yes,
lot of
Right.
that's just going to be
the
redacted.
real.
Right,
real.
right.
So we
Because
want
what's gonna end up
the
happening is whoever names get caught out there, like for instance, like now all of us, if my name gets caught out there, you know, called out, you think I'm not gonna be like, well, what about Jamal? What about TJ?
Right,
They gonna pull an
right.
Iron Sheik.
no,
Iron Sheik routed just our dog about cocaine.
hey,
This thing is bigger than
I ain't
Neil
going.
Brown, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna be snitching outlandishly like you are, right? But I will be. But when they ask me, this is how I would do it. This is set up how I would do it. When they be like, "What you at the Epstein party?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, me and my man TJ, we both hooked up. We gonna go."
Nah. You know what
That's how I would do
you
it.
know what the Epstein list is? Your man at the Coldplay concert getting caught out there. That's what the
man.
Epstein list is, bro.
Dude,
That's what the
them,
Epstein list is. Your man
all
at the
those
Coldplay
memes.
concert hugging up the head of HR on the kiss cam of all
Dude.
things.
and your man called them as
all
like either they're cheating or then nobody wants to know
all
what's
I
those
going
swear
on.
they knew, yo. I
all
swear
those
Coldplay knew.
memes.
Somebody Coldplay knew.
All those memes, yo, have been hilarious, especially on like the wrestling front. Like, there's been
Yeah.
fucking memes of they have fucking Jim Cornette and what's the other? Well, I forgot the other dude's name. Why am I forgetting his name? Tyrone, dude from New York. That he
Lesnar?
WCW guy.
Oh
He
shit. We,
used to be the WWF writer.
I know.
Wow.
We always forget his name.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. That
Not
guy.
Michael Cole.
No, but they don't like each other. But there's memes of them two hugging each other. There
Vince
was memes
Russo?
of yes, Vince Russo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette, and Vince Russo. There's
That's
fucking
funny.
memes of Pat Mahomes kissing the ref and hugging a referee. Fucking and all they somebody did one with with what's her name? Fucking Mark Henry and Mae Young. Like these shit have
Oh,
been hilarious.
that was good.
The fucking memes have been hilarious behind that
Oh,
shit. But yo, these are the games you play. You put yourself to get caught out there. You
so
get caught.
so I did do my homework. I don't know if the rest of y'all did your homework, but when we first set up to talk about this MAGDela effect, we also said that we was going to come up with something that a story that we was going to change to make our own
Oh
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It was just yeah, it was supposed to be a list of just things that no full story track behind them, just events that all of a sudden allegedly never happened. Like,
Uh,
for instance, the Knicks actually won the NBA championship back in the '90s. I don't know what about everybody else.
yeah, because mine was definitely going to be that in 2009, the LA Lakers won in 6 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Kobe was Finals MVP and took LeBron ass down like I thought was going to happen in real life. But that would have been mine. That's what I was going to say. That in
I
2009,
know.
Orlando Magic didn't beat LeBron and take his ass out. No, the Orlando Magic lost to the Lakers in 6 in the NBA Finals.
Yep. Freaking what's his name? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson actually completed the pass to win the Super Bowl.
If
The
you're
Buffalo
really being
Bills.
funny, it's
The
Charles
Buffalo
Smith missing a layup against the Bulls. Was it like 94, 95?
never
That
happened, TJ. Never happened.
Hey, same thing with Pat, man. Pat shouldn't get a you should not get a pass for that too.
That finger
missing a
roll?
finger roll.
Missing that finger
Nah.
roll.
Y'all didn't see it. That finger roll went in. What are you talking about?
That finger roll.
I mean, there's plenty of sports events like that. Even the Giants winning Super Bowl, Norwood wide right? Like, no, he made that and the Bills won. You know what I'm saying? The
Yep.
Bills won that Super Bowl.
I got
You
the
know,
Buffalo Bills t-shirt to prove it.
So
This
so it was
t-shirt be good.
a bunch of sub-Saharan African countries. They tried to beat them.
Can we talk about this whole Mandela effect thing though, and why it's a thing? Because I mean, growing up, I know in my head, and maybe this is mind control from the government. I'm really convinced because there was a cornucopia in that Fruit of the Loom tag. I know that for sure. Even though we can't find it anywhere on Google.
Nah,
But
that I do that 100% I do remember the cornucopia. I definitely remember that.
oh, that was a thing. It was labels. The cornucopia was in
Yep.
the label.
you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, and not
And
past like 91.
Was that?
I don't think it happened after like the mid 90s, but it was there. We're not stupid. We all saw it. It was there.
Yep.
It was there.
It
It was
was.
there. It was on the labeling. It was on the packaging. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was there.
Yeah,
We didn't make that shit up.
Yep.
That wasn't made up. But
We did.
they're trying to catch the immediate crowd. They're not catering to us old heads. They want the new heads to believe the bullshit. It's just
And
like the
shit,
way they're doing everything, erasing Black history, erasing
shit's
Obama, erasing everything off these books. That's what they're trying to do, bro. They're trying
Sinbad
to
was
change the
Shazam.
narrative. They're,
Sinbad was Shazam. That was
yeah,
the ultimate one.
Mm.
Sinbad was Shazam. I didn't hear that one.
Oh, you didn't know
yeah,
about that one?
yeah.
Nah.
It was allegedly there was a movie called Shazam back in the day where Sinbad was the genie, but allegedly it never happened. And then I think they even talked to Sinbad, and Sinbad said, "Yeah, I'd never filmed that."
Oh
And
wow.
I swear up and down to everything I love that I saw that movie. Like
Yeah,
I
man.
know that
Same,
movie exists.
same.
I know that movie exists, and I argue about that all
They
the time.
scrubbed that shit from everywhere, bro.
The other thing too was the Star Wars thing got me because I swore my whole life that that Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father," and he didn't say none of that.
Who
Yeah.
They,
said that? Who said he didn't say that?
they
No,
said
yeah,
he didn't
no,
say
he
Luke.
didn't say it like that.
He
He
didn't say
never
it
said
like
it like
that.
that. Nope.
I swore my whole life that he said, "Luke, I am your father," but all he said was, "I am your father." He never said Luke's name. And
Yeah,
so, and
yeah,
that throws me off. That still throws me off because I went back and got my shit out because I got the box set of all the Star Wars.
yeah.
I swore that was wrong. I got my shit out and put that shit in, and sure enough, he did not never say Luke.
No,
And
he
my
never
whole
said Luke. He
I
never
know,
said
but
his name.
my whole life he said Luke, bro. I can still picture
What
my
was that
head
like?
him
Humphrey
saying Luke.
Bogart in Casablanca? Say it again, Sam. It was like he never said that. Play it again, Sam. He never said that in the movie.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So
With
it's
that
just
being said,
it's been a good show. We're
Good
two
show.
almost 2.5 hours in. We've been talking a lot. This has been great. It's been
this is
great.
what happens when you gotta play catch up when you take a week off.
Oh,
This has been great. Back and forth, gentlemen. You know what to do, Jamal?
Yo, peace to everybody who was listening. Peace to anyone who made a comment. Peace to my brothers. Glad to be back. I know summer's been a little while. I'm trying to make some of the shows, but I was happy to be on today. Um, always good catching up with y'all, man. Peace to Big O, to Lisper, TJ Mayer. Peace to Hooks Rub. Peace to Ishtar. Peace to Disabled Planets. Peace to Ill Magic.
Oh,
All right. Yes, yes. Great show, man. Great show. Enjoyed myself. Um, yeah, man. We hit up a lot of good topics. A lot of back and forth. Like I love that. I love that, man. About the show, man. Can't wait till next week. I know our entertainer in chief, man, is gonna have a lot for us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to that, man. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to uh the viewers on YouTube. Shout out to my brothers, my four brothers right here. Yeah, man. Looking forward to next week, man. I'll pass it off to Tyrone.
I enjoyed this. I'm also looking forward to next week, and I just wanted to let you brothers know because a few months ago, Dan was talking some mad shit to me, talking about you don't like what Hollywood is doing. Maybe you could write your own script and all that. So I did, and I finished the screenplay, and I'm gonna try to shop it. But I absolutely listened to Dan. I went in because I do write books, so I went in and I decided to see how to write a screenplay. And I know it ain't how a screenplay really supposed to be written, but it's done, it's completed, and I'm going to shop it and see what happens.
hey Ty,
You
you
know?
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right, all
You know what I'm
right. You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
What they
So
say.
I wrote the
And
screenplay, and I'm going to see what happens.
yo, if they could put a leprechaun in leprechaun in the hood 4 out, you got a shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just shit out there that just trash,
Shout
pure
out to
trash.
BT.
Word. Shouts out to everybody who found a way to check in because I got to figure out this fucking shit. With Facebook shit is whack now. Then some more bullshit, whatever. But yeah, shouts out to Hooks Rub. Shouts out to Dubby. Once again, shouts out to J1Con coming soon. I believe it's September 28th and 29th. Showboat Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Blackfinity Gauntlet. We're going to be doing this panel teaching y'all about the independent grind when it comes to this film and television stuff. And our brother Jamal and our other brother T. Smith are going to be the only two featured panelists in this
Nice.
discussion. They're gonna teach, they're gonna pretty much anybody who wants to come in and listen, because part of the reason why Jamal ain't been here is because he's been on that independent grind of getting out there and filming the world. So we need to teach y'all how to do the same. And it's gonna go down at J1 Con this year. Uh Coming soon with us next week and not somebody else is going to take the reins and lead the show. Great job today, TJ.
Thank
Great
you. Thank
job.
you.
It looked
Thank
it
you.
I'll do it.
sounded like it sounded like the years of seasoning that I've been installing in y'all, whether y'all recognize it or not, has shown. No, and I see now let me lay this out there. I don't say that with no disrespect at all
I
because I
know.
just shouts out to my people on TikTok, my man Bars Media, Jay Styles, and Darkwing Dub. Darkwing was doing an interview like a week or two ago, and I was in the comments, and I said, "Yo, I like what you're doing right here. It looks like what all the advice that I've given you is paying off, and it's showing." And one of his partners, Jay Styles, tried to be like, "Look at Dan trying to take all the credit," and I said, "No." And then Darkwing stepped in when I wasn't there and said, "Nah, he's not taking all the credit. Dan specifically told me, do this instead of that. I took it to heart, and this shit is working." And I don't say that and like as the great Aaron Anderson said, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot, it might not work. When I give advice, it may not work for me. But when I see something that somebody doing some shit, yo, here's the tools that I've tried to use. This is what I've recognized. Use it. And that was a win for that person. And they've been rocking with what I've with the little bit of advice. And it just be little tweaks, And personal experience is at work. Like I became the guy to build the ramps for the salt piles to get the salt up. Hence why you see big ass mountains of salt, because one way or another that shit's gotta get up there. I learned by self-teaching, just like I learned by self-teaching how to do these shows by doing this show on a consistent basis. One person stepped in and said, I see what you're trying to do. Do this instead of that and watch the difference. And that person's one set of words changed the game for me.
That's
So
all
I
you need.
just say, exactly. I say that to say, sometimes it's just a couple words here and there get you turned around. But like I said, for us here, the seasoning of just watching me do it on a weekly basis, and I've been trying to get y'all to step up and do. We did that shit, and all the flow and everything was smooth today, except for my fucking internet connection. And with that being said, go
Wait,
ahead,
wait, wait.
TJ, close this out.
No, wait. I want to say something though. You ain't gotta be trying to get us to do nothing. You came on today and you simply said, "Hey, one of y'all lead the show today," and my man TJ stepped up. You said one of y'all going to need to lead the show next week. I raised my hand. We stepped up. So you ain't got to try. All you got to do is say you need somebody to step up, and somebody gonna step up. You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's what the fuck is going on. Go ahead, TJ.
Yo, this was a great show. Thank you. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to you four gentlemen for making this happen. This was dope. Great conversation back and forth, and it was lively, and it was good, and it was entertaining, and that's all what we strive for. Be entertaining, lively, and have great discussion. So, you know what? On that note, that shit was dope. This show was dope, as it always is every week. And see y'all next week for some more comments, banter, and bullshit, because we all on the bullshit out here.
I don't know no bullshit.
And we out here. This is a great time.
Peace.
Peace.
Sir.